but I'm not going to risk jail time or anything else for your dumb ass.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were going to call in a bomb threat, how do you do it? I'm being honest.
Oh.
Do you what number do you call?
Well, you have to call 911. Obviously, you don't call 211. It's not. You don't call a non-emergency number.
Okay,
over a bomb threat.
You clearly would never be good at this. You do not call 911. They can trace your number.
Okay.
Right.
They can trace your number.
I mean, I guess you can call the local police.
In the example
department.
you gave, the gas station, I'm sorry, the grocery store,
yeah.
you call the grocery store.
Oh, yeah, in that case, I guess. Yeah.
Right? You don't call the police.
Right, and then let the grocery store call the police. I get where you're at now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have honestly never called in a bomb threat.
Me neither. That's why I'm curious.
I have no idea how to go down this road, but I guess what you're saying makes sense.
I don't think you call the police, tell them. You're kind of like, it's like standing out front of a police station waving a gun. It's not a real smart move.
And you definitely don't call from your number.
Oh, I see what
you definitely don't call. You got to get a burner phone.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or this was back in the day. You'd still have a payphone laying around somewhere.
Sure. But and then you call and go, hey, like Bob and Tom's grocery store. Pears are on sale. What can we do for you?
There's a bomb in the peaches.
Yeah.
You're like, evacuate your store immediately.
Come on. If you're calling in a bomb threat, you don't say evacuate, right?
No.
I'm just curious. Like, you're showing concern?
Yeah. Well, no. If you're the one, you're calling in the bomb threat, so it's automatically assumed that you're the one who planted it there. So why would you, all of a sudden have concern?
Hey, I want to blow some stuff up. Get out.
Right.
Want to play a game?
I started with tanninite. Now I'm doing C4.
C4.
Yeah. And the idea of a bomb threat.
Mm-hmm.
How many times has a bomb threat been called in and played out?
Like it actually blew. Oh,
there was a bomb.
There was that one. Remember the guy? They had a collar strapped around him or
from
whatever.
The 80s.
Yeah.
He was taken hostage. He was like a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
And he blew up. They were like, "Don't do anything," and he blew up. It's on the news. You can watch it on YouTube.
You can watch this guy blow up.
Yeah, boobies. No, guy blow himself up. Totally can happen.
Right.
Combine shooting. Totally.
Budweiser shoot himself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, boobies though. Ooh, no. But breast exams, you definitely can.
And vaginal exams.
Yeah, and vaginal exams for educational purposes only. That's what I tell my wife. So. Again, for a bomb threat, what are the pillars of a solid bomb threat? Anonymity, I think, has got to be up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Using a burner phone, a pay phone if it's back in the day.
Right.
Anonymity.
Yes.
I think you got to be quick and brief.
With your message?
Yes.
All right, so let's stick with the grocery store scenario here. You would say, bomb and hungry man.
I think you've got to give a little bit more information.
All right.
Well, I got what he's saying.
Yeah,
he's saying in the frozen food section where the Hungry Man dinners are.
Yeah. See, she knows exactly where to go.
So
I live with all dudes.
I disagree. I don't think you give any indication where it might be.
Oh, you want them searching around for a while.
I ain't giving any clues.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So there's been a lot of talk about AI, and there's something on conspiracy we're going to bring up later, but Chat GPT is this thing people are talking about. It's awesome.
I heard about that yesterday.
And so I think I know the answer, what it's going to tell me, but I have typed in how to call in a viable bomb threat.
Oh, boy.
Now, what I know about playing with this for the last 2 weeks or so, it gives pretty great answers on things.
Oh, yeah. And
I'm telling you, great. I think Google should be scared. And I'm being honest.
Absolutely, Google should be scared. We should all be scared. At least from the video that I watched on it yesterday, we should all be worried. But anyway.
People used to say that about creating software, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it'll make people have to be better at other things, right? But nonetheless, I think it's going to kick out, hey, I can't give you anything that includes violence, right?
Okay.
Because it does have that filter in it. So
Good.
I typed, sure, because that will stop people. How to call in a viable bomb threat. And it says, thinking. We just said it was fast. Thinking. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
It's probably because of violence, or what have people said?
No, Gimpy and I, the experiences I had, it kicks out responses pretty fast. I was
Super
messing
fast.
with it earlier,
Yeah.
and it was kicking out pretty fast. Anyway, here we go. I'm sorry, but it is not appropriate or acceptable to make a bomb threat. Doing so is illegal and can result in serious consequences, including imprisonment. Making a false bomb threat is a crime that is taken very seriously by law enforcement and can result in severe penalties, including imprisonment and significant fines. However, no, just kidding.
Yeah.
In the event of a real immediate threat, it's important to contact authorities immediately, such as local law enforcement. Yeah. It's dangerous. We know.
Yeah.
Of course, it's dangerous.
If you word it differently, what have people said when they've made bomb threats?
Okay. I think it's going to kick out the same thing.
Yeah, because the word bomb and threat are in
Yeah.
there. More than likely, it's going to kick it out.
Make
So.
threats. What have people said when they make bomb threats? So we'll see what that kicks out. But I'm curious, what is the number of bomb threats that are made and where they actually find a bomb?
Okay.
Right? I'm inquisitive to what that data would show. I'm not one to deter that it shouldn't be taken seriously.
Right.
I think they're all taken seriously, but I think the
Absolutely.
number found would be extremely low.
I think so too, Lindsay. I think it would be a very small number. This says, I cannot provide examples of what individuals have said when making bomb threats, as it is not appropriate to accept, blah, blah, blah. It's important to make false bomb threats. It causes fear, disruption, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Dangerous, we know.
Yeah.
So I think you got to use anonymity. You've got to be short and sweet. I think you don't give any location. And I think you drop some sort of diversion.
What do you mean by that?
Maybe have like the ocean crashing in the background.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
That's good.
Make it sound like you're someplace else. You're not really local, like sitting across the street from
Yeah.
place that you called the bomb threat into.
Yeah, something that will buy you some time
Okay.
because they're coming.
Yeah. or like the zoo animal sound effects or something, maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Something.
there's a zoo here, so
Yeah.
Right, that'd be pretty easy to pinpoint. But I like where you're at with like ocean waves. They make a total different sound than the waves at the lake.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, one's
yeah.
real,
Right.
right?
Real
The other's just awake.
Yeah.
Sploosh, sploosh.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he's on the Pacific right now.
Mhm.
And I'm curious, I would love to know too, and I do not put it past this guy that's on trial in South Carolina
Mhm.
to come up with this.
Oh, for
This
sure.
guy's dumb.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like,
Dumb. He made a video of himself
mhm,
inside the place where he put the body, allegedly,
mm,
like hours before it happened,
mhm.
and they have it.
Mhm.
He sent a text message to his law clerk while in rehab saying, and I'm totally briefing, like making this not accurate,
Mhm.
paraphrasing. I've done so many horrible things. The more sober I get, the more I feel guilty for.
Oh, Incriminating
For
much?
literally a lawyer, he's dumb.
Mhm.
Dumb.
Yeah.
So it would not put it past him, somebody. Now, he also may be mentally not there,
Mhm.
right?
That's possible, which is scary if that's your lawyer, but okay.
No, I mean, if he was your lawyer,
All right.
he ain't a lawyer no more.
Right.
But so it's possible there's some other thing happening there. But
Mhm.
I think that, no, this guy is in a delusional state because of the things he's done.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wouldn't put him past him for a bomb threat.
You're not going to get away from it, man. You're just not going to
No.
calling as many bomb threats as you want. The only way, what's a way that he could get out of this? Start smearing feces on the walls and on his face.
No,
You know,
ooh.
just go bat-ass crazy.
Yeah.
That's, and plead insanity. I think that's about the only way that he can get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty insane when he did hire someone to try to kill him, and he is crazy, but not crazy enough.
Mm.
He's more of just a loser.
There's a movie. I'm trying to remember what it is. I think it was like Kiefer Sutherland was the voice of the guy on the phone.
Phone booth.
Is it phone booth? And it's not Christian Bale.
No, it's the Irish guy, Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell, yeah. Phone booth from 2002. If you've not seen this Schumacher movie, it's Joel Schumacher, who makes awesome movies. It is a crazy movie. The premise of the movie, does he just answer the phone like he walks by, or is he making a call from it? I forget, but nonetheless, he gets stuck in this phone booth on the phone, and a guy going, hey, there's a bomb, it's going to blow up or whatever, and everybody believes it's him.
Okay.
Colin Farrell, his character. And literally, there's nothing he can do to convince people.
Right.
And the guy on the phone's like, if you get off the phone, I'm blowing all those people up.
So now you're just stuck on this phone.
Yeah.
In the phone booth.
And the police show up and they're like, get off the phone.
But
come out or I'm going to shoot you. And the guy on the phone's like, you better convince them to not shoot you, because if they shoot you and you let go of the phone, I'm blowing up the building, which will look like you.
Right.
It's a brilliant movie.
I've never heard of this movie.
It's really good.
It's not bad for a 20-plus-year-old movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you can wrap your head around the premise of a phone booth.
Yeah.
I Googled the movie phone booth, and what's it give me? Prices for phone booths. You can get one for $13,000 if you want.
Why?
I don't know why. Decoration in your home.
You're opening in an Applebee's? Why?
And it's really not even a phone booth. It's like it's a box.
It's a pantry.
That's
it's a
basically
closet.
all it is.
Yeah, it's a solo pantry in the middle of your dining room or whatever.
Right.
For $13,399. It could be yours. Get
Yeah.
out of town.
Looks like something my grandpa would get at an auction. My grandpa loved auctions. He'd buy stuff. He had a barn, a massive barn full of stuff he'd buy at auction. And we'd talk about whatever, like in this case, a phone booth. You're like, I think I have one out in the barn.
Yeah.
Why? You never know.
Mhm.
Oh, God.
Absolutely. See?
No.
And that's why.
No, I know. He never needed it. Never.
Yeah.
We had to clean it out.
Right.
It never worked out. All right. We are going to play Cupid for Valentine's Day. Someone's going to get a 12-pack of Heineken Silver and $100 gift card to Moody's Jewelry. We're going to see what Gimpy wants to talk about. Conspiracy Theory Thursday. We've got Top List. And we're going to talk PBR. When we come back, we've got news quickies.
At least. Headlines.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I'm not buying it because that's a crazy story that a penis was found in a parking lot.
Maybe this is a hot spot for like lot lizards. And one trucker was like, hey, baby, you here for a good time? And this lady, this lot lizard climbs into the truck. And then the dude finds out that it's a dude. And he's like, oh, no, you've got a dong. And then slices it off and then tosses it out the window and then continues carrying his load to Birmingham. I don't know.
And I would think the Mobile Police Department would have this on their site, like on their Facebook or something.
Oh, they got nothing on there either?
Not that I can see.
Fake news.
And they're keeping it hush hush until they know more.
Oh, well, it's the Russians.
Hey, we don't know whose penis this is. If anybody has details, let us know.
Or they're probably looking at the tapes trying to investigate that truck. Kind of like the Idaho murders.
Which
they
was
were being
what?
quiet
All
until
over
they had more.
It was all over the news.
But they weren't saying what they had. That's why like the parents were being so disgruntled.
So Daily Star,
Right,
some
the
weird
tabloid.
rag got the break.
Well, they're the only
I'm
ones
just
running with it.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying, right? It's a great story.
Well, Lindsay, I'll see your severed schlong and raise you a giant dildo. Shoplifter caught trying to steal a giant 30-inch dildo. This happens in West Hollywood at the Circus of Books, which was formerly known as Chi-Chi LaRue's. It's not really important, but it's a funny name nonetheless. So the video's on our Facebook page, and they say that this drunken patron stumbles into the Circus of Books. You see him walking around a little bit, and then they go over and they wrap both arms around this giant 30-inch black dildo and then just walk right on out the door with it. But one of the employees, Marcus Blackwell, says that they were ready like Freddy. His quote, They went out there. They chased the person down. They retrieved the big black schlong, and they brought it back, and they put it back on display where they picked it up at. Now, they didn't say whether they called the cops or anything like that, but they did say that this big black rubber wiener can be yours for $699.95.
Wow.
So 30 inches, damn near to a doorknob, right?
Uh-huh.
Doorknob's 36 inches.
Yeah.
That's not even the story. The story is how girthy it is.
Boy, it's massive. I've got the measurements right here. This massive black is 30 inches. It says here that it measures at 30.7 inches, so that's the height,
Yeah.
and 6.88 inches wide at the base, and then 11 inches wide at the
end.
end.
So it's, I mean,
Testicle area.
it's like a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
bitch. It is huge. That is not for use. That's strictly for display.
Yeah.
In the video, she grabs it with one arm and it almost falls off. Like that's how
Yeah.
top.
It's a big one. It's a honker.
Yeah. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, do you know how much it is?
How much price wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, $699.95 plus tax.
I go to a sex shop and I'm like, $30.
Yeah, right. Right. I'm not going to spend $700 for something that'll just sit in the corner and get dusty.
A lot of people, it's
Exactly.
payday today, and you're like, "Whoo, dog, been saved."
Valentine's Day's coming up.
Hey man, we're going out. Can't
I'm
saving
broke.
up. Saving up. Got to get a sex toy. Would you rather get your ass beat once a day, every day for the rest of your life in front of your spouse and kids, or go to prison for 2 years? Lindsay,
Go to prison for 2 years.
so you wouldn't miss your 2 years of your kid's football game?
Yeah. I don't want to get my ass
2
beat
years of
every day.
birthdays? 2 years of Christmases?
I mean, how bad are we talking? How much pain am I going to be in?
Doesn't matter. You're
How
just
much
getting your ass
suffering?
beat. Doesn't matter.
An ass beat hurts.
Yeah. Like, am I going to have a busted eye? Am I going to be able to see? Am I going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how bad is this beat down?
Yes, to all those questions. It's an ass
Yeah.
beating.
So just give me prison for 2 years.
Okay, Gimpy.
Take the ass beating. I think that after the first week or two, you just become numb to it. You come to expect it. All right. You're like, all right, 2:00, time for my daily ass beating. Wife, kids, come on, gather around. Dad's about to get his ass kicked. And then let him take 5-10 minutes out of their day to whoop my ass and beat me to a bloody pulp. All right, Frank. See you tomorrow about the same time. Same ass kicking time. And then walk about my way,
Yeah, I feel like I'm picking the ass kicking too, because logistically, okay, a couple factors here. One, logistically, who are you going to find someone to show up every day? It ain't happening.
Right.
It ain't happening.
Mhm.
You got haircuts,
Right.
you got doctor's appointments, you got that Zoom meeting.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that can go into it. One, it could be a different person every day.
Sure.
Right. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. Let's just say you're getting your haircut at 2:00 and it's time for your ass kicking. Well, you're getting your ass kicking in the middle of your haircut, or you're going to have to pause to get your ass kicking
Yeah.
and then go back to your haircut.
I'm not saying me have the haircut. I'm saying people, life happens, right?
Okay.
And then what if the guy that, let's just say it's one person, and he does it for 5 years and then he gets hit by a car and dies? Like, then what? Do you have an open call?
Mhm.
Right? Let's say it's volunteer and people are like, well, I want to kick Corbin's ass. Great. That's going to work good for about the first year or so. And then people are like, okay. And maybe people are going to show up and watch. And then after a while, like, all right, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like the ass kicking is the pick.
However, what if the ass kicking is so bad that one day you're getting your ass kicked and it causes internal bleeding and you don't even know it, and then you end up dying from the ass
Well, then your
kicking?
ass beating is done because it's for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And they're going to jail for murder at that point.
But you're dead.
So will they be.
Phew.
And insurance
Then-
premium. Come
yeah.
on. It's all good. Right? To me, there's just too much logistics with the ass kicking every day. And you're going to go to jail and get your ass kicked every day.
True statement.
Maybe not.
There's a good chance you're going to have to change who you are as an individual to go to jail for 2 years. You're going to have to jeopardize your virtues.
Either way, something is happening with your ass. I call this day spa or dispensary.
Mhm.
Okay. So basically, I've got some businesses. These are legit businesses in Tulsa.
Oh, fun.
It's either a day spa or a dispensary.
Okay.
Now, based off the name, you're going to chime in with and that's how you're going to buzz in. Corbin or Lindsay.
Okay.
Got
You
it.
get one shot and one shot only because this is a 50-50 chance. There's no point in, hey, would you like to guess, Lindsay? He said it's a dispensary. No, it's a day. So you only get one shot.
Okay.
Whoever wins at the end, I got a big prize for you. Okay.
Like a little nug, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
God knows you have plenty.
Right. So, day spa or dispensary, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're going to take it up from the top here. Euphoria. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphoria is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. These quickies are stories you may have missed in the news. We cover them here and put a link on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BMMS69.
It's time for News Quickies, world news, local news, and news that just makes you say, what the Now here's Corbin, Gimpy, and Lindsay with what's going on. News Quickies from the Big Man Morning Show at 97.5 KMOD.
Man steals Jeep and drives it through dealership door. This happened in Coos Bay, Oregon. 45-year-old Aaron Bruce Howley of Coos Bay, Oregon, according to the police department there, said that on Monday around 6:30 in the morning, officers were dispatched to the Graham Bay area Chrysler Jeep Dodge dealership to report of the alarm system going off. And when they arrived, they reportedly saw a man inside the business attempting to steal a vehicle. Officers then watched him as he backed a white 2022 Jeep Grand Wagoneer through one of the closed bay doors and sped off, traveling north on Highway 101. Officers started to chase him, but soon they stopped the chase due to public safety concerns. Surveillance video from inside the dealership in Coos Bay shows a man drive the Jeep through the garage door. The dealership owner showed surveillance camera from inside and outside the garage during the incident, and it shows the Jeep burning rubber as the driver tries to back it off a lift from inside. It then reverses through the garage door, smashing the door into pieces before speeding off. He was arrested, and his mugshot alone, he looks like he should not. I don't even know how he's standing up straight, let alone getting behind the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even keep his eyes open. So crazy.
You'd be amazed at what you can do when you're walking through the spider webs. Just saying. His eyes may look closed, but I'm sure he sees everything.
Maybe he met this mom in leggings at Target and she wanted a new one.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly.
Right, it's possible. A home invader allegedly kidnapped a man and claimed, I'm Batman. This happens in Pennsylvania. Earlier this week, 37-year-old dude named Robert Powers is his name. It starts off on a little rampage. He goes to his ex's house, kicks in the door, goes inside, realizes she's not there, and says, holy crap. All right. Goes down the road a little bit and goes to this other house where he walked through an unlocked door and is greeted by the homeowner there. That's when he grabbed her up, put her in a bear hug, and then puts his hand over her mouth and says, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she ended up breaking free, and then he ran off. He ran off, and then he goes to another house where he sees this dude that's outside of the house. He goes up to the dude, gets him in a chokehold, drags him into the house, where he then runs through his pockets, takes all of his money out of his pockets, takes a pocket knife out of his pocket that he ended up using to hold the man hostage with. They're there for a little while. Robert then ends up going to the kitchen, turns the gas on the stove on high, and then drags the dude and forces him into the truck outside. They get in the dude's truck. They drive across town, doing about 100 miles an hour until they smash into a white Jeep. Not sure if it was the same white Jeep. Just saying. So then he gets out, and this woman that lives near the Jeep, she comes outside. Oh, my God, what's happening? That's when he starts approaching her. She runs back inside, locks the door, hits the deadbolt. He kicks the S out of the door, opens it up, goes inside. And that's where he starts threatening her. He says to her, why did you do this, Mom? Several times. Then he goes back outside. While Robert's outside, quote unquote, Mom in the story is on the phone with 911. Now he comes back inside while she's on the phone with 911, and he says to her, now what'd you do? And then disconnects the phone from the 911 call.
Wow.
Police were eventually caught up to this house after a little bit of resisting and a couple of knees to the side area there. They were able to cuff the guy. He admitted that he may have done some meth or maybe even some bath salts. Now old Bobby here is in jail on a slew of felony and misdemeanor charges.
I was trying to look up him in the prison inmate search because he's got this ink, and I want to know what it says, specifically the one around his hairline or where his hairline used to be.
Right.
Because it's like a whole sentence. One on his neck says Patrice, and then the one on his chest says something. Yeah.
Say anything about Gotham City or Robin? Or...
Probably not.
No.
And as you said earlier, Gimpy, you'd be surprised what people do when they walk through the spider webs. Right?
Absolutely.
Man's arm partially amputated in county farm accident. This happens in Iowa, where a man's arm was partially amputated in a crop harvesting accident Tuesday afternoon. It happened at a former monastery. The county officials say the man who's in his 20s reached into an auger. So auger is a drill bit. You probably most know it as a drill bit, what drills holes in the ground for like fence posts. Yeah. In harvesting, it runs horizontal, and the things get cut, and it kind of funnels stuff to one spot, and then another auger funnels it up and then gets it loaded into like a silo or a truck or something, right? Anyway. He got his sleeve caught. It sucked him in, amputated part of his arm. His coworkers called 911. Paramedics and ambulance took him to the hospital. No word on his condition.
Well, he ain't patting himself on the back anytime. Not with that arm. Anymore.
I am sure they went through the rules with him.
Oh, absolutely.
Before his day labor
There
started.
was full training. All right. He spent at least 3 days in orientation, watching videos and knowing what to do and what not to do. I'm sure.
Right?
100%.
Or now all the other guys are going to have to watch a training video.
Right.
God damn it. Thanks, Javier.
If it works like our company, that's the way it's going to work. We haven't been doing it.
Right.
All right. We got to take a break. All these stories are on our Facebook page at facebook.com/BMMS69.
Tulsa's morning.
And we're just trying to make the thing happen. And, it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right. So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea. Set right up front because nobody wants this. So I grabbed a pack and you get to take it home with you.
Again, you put zero effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could and make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place His second isn't winning. So,
Dude,
All right.
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right, right.
item.
Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mushed potatoes and some warm twisted tea for losing on Day Spa or Dispensary.
this says, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. BMMS, then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh,
You and me, let's have a vacation. Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that
Some
situation.
Yeah.
that maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a
But-
problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
This
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because once you get back, everything's right there, you know? Yeah.
What are some other
And-
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea.
goes
No
on
bad ideas.
hands and knees and
Begs?
begs. What do you want me to I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody, right? And this is why. Because you want to fix it, you have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it.
Mhm.
Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario. If you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem.
Mhm.
Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
It's not
good
enough.
and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man, you're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You know, you're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that, because, you know, there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince
Mm-hmm.
for a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
gonna send
myself.
her on a spa day? I know. I think he needs to go to her and definitely like he needs to know from her what she expects from him,
I don't think.
what he wants her to
Come
do.
on,
What-
Lindsay.
yeah,
Come
no.
on. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
Come on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her.
What
Don't have
she
sex with
wants him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
Right.
talking about a
He's done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to
Yeah.
an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. Like it's almost like I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
There,
Give
yeah.
her an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah. Yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it. He'll never know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Let him wonder. Did she or didn't she?
yeah. Usually works.
Hey, usually does.
Yeah.
Withholding information.
Yeah. People have already texted in what my feelings are on this.
Mhm.
To me, it's quite clear,
Mhm.
but they are asking.
Yeah.
Right. They are going, what's some scenario? What's a scenario? What is a possibility? Brandon is on. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you think?
From a person who's been cheated on multiple times, I say the damage has already been done. But if he wants to win over, they've been married 10 years. Renew your vows. Make new vows. tell her you're committed to her and only her. You know, just go and renew your vows. That might win her over. You never know.
Right, a mulligan.
Right.
Yeah, pull a mulligan.
Yeah.
Pull that mulligan card. Pull it all day long.
You said that you've been cheated on multiple times, Brandon. Would that have worked with you?
No, because I stayed with someone who cheated on me 9 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you
But
blind? Are you? Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. Topless will be coming up. We're doing Super Bowl snacks because, it's the second biggest eating day of the year behind Thanksgiving. Anyway, I saw that there is a Chiefs bar in Philadelphia. It's been there since the 70s.
Wow.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm aware of. There is not an Eagles bar in Kansas City.
No, I don't know. Well, man, sure. Sure, there has to be.
Has to be.
Surely, why not? I'm sure there's Eagle fans in
Has to be
Kansas
and why
City.
not are not the same phrase.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of Plowboy fans around here, but we still have Chiefs bars all over town, and we got Packer bars. You know what I mean? So surely there's an Eagles bar in KC somewhere.
Philadelphia to have a Steelers bar would make sense.
Yeah.
Philadelphia to have a Giants bar.
All right, they're all close together.
So that's why we have Cowboys bars.
Yeah.
Do we really have Cowboys bars, or do we just have bars with their Cowboys logos and gear in it?
I mean,
Like,
wouldn't
it's
that
not
be a Cowboys
dedicated.
bar?
It's not dedicated to the Cowboys, though.
Well, a
is
couple
it?
things. If there's Cowboy beer merch,
Uh-huh.
no, I would not deem that a Cowboys bar because the brewers locally or distributors make partnerships with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they have gear, autographed gear,
Uh-huh.
on the wall or whatever,
Mm.
yes.
Okay.
If it is the place you go to, like it is a known Cowboys bar,
Uh-huh.
that's different, right?
Right. Like, what is it, like Fat Daddy's?
Is a Chiefs bar.
So
it's
is
owned by a guy from Kansas City. It's always been a Chiefs bar.
Right.
Okay.
Right? So that's
Yeah.
that you could say. They have some Chiefs stuff up, but they are full-fledged a Chiefs bar. It's a great place to watch a Chiefs game. But like the Raiders,
Mhm.
the Raiders Club, they do different bars.
Yeah.
Right.
They move around a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's a Raiders bar.
Mhm.
Right.
Packers, for a long time, they used to do their stuff in a hotel ballroom here in town.
Mm-hmm.
And so they may have a bar now that is the bar they go to.
Yeah.
So, but this is a bar that has been a Chiefs bar since the 70s.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Cool.
that's so crazy. One of the things I love about the Super Bowl, there's two things I love besides the actual game. One is the questions that happen leading up to the Super Bowl, because the amount of media the players and coaches get is exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
And they start running out of questions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they ask, like, what's your favorite hamburger?
Right.
Stupid stuff like that.
Mhm. Trying to cover this whole thing for an entire week.
Yeah.
Why don't you just start later in the week, guys?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But they're getting free advertising.
Mm.
I saw a thing that said like 84% of people have said that they will watch or watch highlights of the Super Bowl. Yeah. Because you don't get a vote.
Mhm.
Right.
It's rammed down your throat.
Yeah, that's true.
But I also love the little tidbits that come out like this, where this is there's this Chiefs bar that's been in Philadelphia, and it just happens to be my team. But
Mhm.
that the idea that this has been there and there's a Super Bowl, like they are the redheaded stepchild in that town. That
Yeah,
bar
they
is.
are. Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. And I just think that kind of stuff's fun and cool and as a good thing that comes out of the continued beating of the Super Bowl that happens for seven days straight. But let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
Well, non-Super Bowl related, the Phoenix Suns are making a huge splash ahead of the NBA trade deadline. ESPN reports the Suns are nearing a blockbuster trade that will net them all-star forward Kevin Durant from Brooklyn. Phoenix will be sending the Nets forwards McCall Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round draft picks, and a 2028 pick swap. The Suns also received forward TJ Warren in the deal. Durant reportedly wanted to land in Phoenix, and new Suns owner Matt Ishbia was pushing for the deal to get done. The Lakers are giving LeBron James and Anthony Davis some help on offense. ESPN reports Los Angeles has finalized a 3-team trade with the Timberwolves and Jazz. The Lakers will be receiving D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt in the deal. Minnesota acquires Mike Conley Jr., Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and 3 second-round draft picks. Utah is receiving Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Damian Jones, and a 2027 protected first-round pick from Los Angeles. The Jazz are reportedly planning to buy out Westbrook after the deal is completed.
What I love about the trade deadline, it might be one of the best business decisions that's ever been made in the NBA, or even in people start losing their damn minds. Like, it gets crazy. They're like, fine. Yes, you can have 2027 as well. I had to look it up because I didn't know what protected trade deadline meant, because or protected trades. I didn't. What would make it not protected?
I'm not sure.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Not contract or anything. They'll just buy that stuff out, right?
Right. This says sometimes a pick is traded but protected, meaning it will come back to its original team if it turns out to be a first, second, or third pick overall after the lottery's done. There you go.
Okay, there we go. And finally, the Trailblazers and Knicks have agreed to a trade. Portland is sending Josh Hart to New York in exchange for Cam Reddish and a protected future first-round pick. Hart is making almost $13 million this season and has a player option for the same amount next year. The 27-year-old has been averaging 9.4 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Blazers this season. Reddish is in his final year of his rookie contract and is set to hit restricted free agency this summer. The 23-year-old is averaging 8.4 points per game while shooting nearly 45% from the field. And that is your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light.
Why?
No,
Why? It's not yours.
exactly.
Nope.
Because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I'm going to fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in, like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh, yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I
because
love snooping around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, they shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right? Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstaying your welcome.
Right.
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah.
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
Couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you show up at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah.
And start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know, I think, depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet.
Yeah, you
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah. If we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right.
everything.
Or don't
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the
Mhm.
bowl? Yeah. Some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever,
Yeah.
that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach is adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No.
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah. I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always, always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like you said, it's like offering him a cigarette.
Right. I don't have to share with you, though. That's the thing. I don't have to.
Yes, but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Listen, I'm the guy that goes to Walmart and gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work, okay? Do you expect more from me?
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still, you got to take something.
Yeah.
I did. I brought
even
my
a
appetite.
dessert or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just manners, Gimpy, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
No.
Listen, y'all invited me over. Okay, cool. I'll come over and have dinner. That's all right. Doesn't mean I have to bring a bottle of wine or a 6-pack or a bottle of anything for that fact. That's that. Unless you say so. Hey, BYOB, bring a bottle, bring a side item. We'll get the main course. That happens to me a lot. We got the main courses. Come on over for barbecue, whatever. Bring a side item. All right, cool. Tater salad it is.
I've never gone to someone's house and like looked around and said to myself, "That's so dirty here."
Oh,
ugh.
Wow.
What do they have lives? Right? I don't go. Their sheets. They didn't even make their bed. I don't do all that.
Oh, I bet you have.
Look down my
No.
nose at you.
Because life happens.
Depends on the level of the filth, right? If you walk into somebody's house,
If you're
and
a
it looks like
hoarder?
hoarders, yeah, exactly.
I ain't going to your house. I already know
Yeah.
you're a hoarder.
But this is the first time you didn't realize that they were disgusting people or hoarders until you walk into their house,
oh,
right?
no. You
get
can read a
totally
hoarder a
thrown
mile
off guard.
away. No, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
Hoarder.
Yeah, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
You just tell by the way they dress, their lack of showering.
Or by their vehicle.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, right? I think absolutely.
But you still don't say anything. You just kind of watch where you sit down, maybe scooch the newspapers or whatever,
Yeah.
paper plates with leftover pizza rolls on them and hang out for a little bit. And I got to go. I got it.
If I'm going to judge, I'm going to judge the food. So I'm not going to judge like, hey, your bed wasn't made.
No.
I'm going to judge, oh my God, you served Brussels sprouts or whatever that is.
Right.
I'm not going to get all like, ugh, you didn't clean for my arrival.
Right. 'Cause you're right. Life happens,
Life
especially
happens.
if you've got small children.
Oh, and you're having a dinner party.
Right. You can expect toys to be all over the place. Now, there's a difference between, a little clutter, kids don't know how to pick up their toys, and your house looks like Ross, dress for less. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I would think if you're hosting a dinner party, you would want to clean up.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
But that's not necessarily true, especially if you're like, hey, come over tonight, we're having pizza. Pizza feels like there's no cleaning happening.
Yeah, it's okay to have your laundry still piled up on the back of the couch from like 4 days.
No.
You should at least pick it up and throw it on your bed.
Yeah.
Right? Give me a place to sit.
Right. Just move the panties over. It'll be fine.
It's always like, I've gone and I stopped getting in the car with this person when I went to get in their car and they're like, hold on. And they had to like unload a bunch of stuff from the seat and the floorboard into the back seat so I could sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you invited me to get in your car.
You should have had that fixed up beforehand.
Or just don't invite me into your car.
I'm with you.
Right? If you don't have a place for me to sit, what are you doing inviting me over?
I just like the company.
I'm not a charity. Yeah. So that would be, I'm judging food. What do you judge? What's your judge when you go to someone's house? If it's
Cleanliness.
like cleanliness?
Probably, yeah. Especially if you're having a dinner party.
Yeah, I might do that too.
Uh-huh.
Gimpy?
Definitely cleanliness. Now, it doesn't have to be sparkling like you walk in and everything's ting, 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 no. But if you're inviting people over, dinner party, or just to hang out and have a smoke sesh, you might want to just kind of pick up the bulk of
Smoke
things
sesh.
first.
You're so
right?
bougie.
Yeah.
right.
You're going over get high, and you're like, man, the house was so dirty.
Yeah.
So dirty.
Well, yeah, if you gotta, you can't put your soda down or your water down on the table because it's littered with empty cans. then,
Right.
yeah, that's what
Right.
I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Go get a damn trash bag,
But if-
clear off the table, and it'll be fine.
yes.
I'm not saying you have to run the vacuum.
Right.
All right. Just don't make people come in and be like, oh God. Oh. God. And furthermore, Susan, if it smells a little bit, just spray something. Just spray something in the air. You don't want to walk into somebody's house and get hit with a brick wall of stank. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to be careful too. Don't go crazy, right? If you're unloading half a can of Lysol,
right. You're,
Oh,
you're obviously
gross.
Covering up a
something up.
smell.
Yeah.
right?
Which will reveal itself in a
In
little
due
bit.
time.
Yes.
It's not permanent.
It smells like wildflowers and ass.
Yeah. Is it Febreze?
Mm-hmm.
And
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS. Then what you want to say to 82945. What do you have, Lindsay?
Did you see Bill Gates has a new girlfriend?
No.
Yeah.
I turned my Bill Gates alerts off when he got divorced.
Good for him.
is she 19?
No. She's, I think, 48 years old, and he's 60.
Oh, that's just too much. It's too much of a gap.
No.
I mean, at that level, it's not.
Right.
When she's fresh out of high school, it's a little creepy.
yeah,
I get older,
absolutely.
but they stay the same age.
What do you have, Gimpy?
All right. Hit us up on the talkback. What we did yesterday, we got a lot of good ones in there, and I love going back and listening to them. So if you agree with something, disagree with something, you just want to say hi, whatever, hit us up on the talkback on the iHeartRadio app. I love that thing.
All right, let's see what Gimpy wants to talk about.
Around the world, take my strong hand, get on the give train, on the give train. Around the world, take my strong hand, get on the give train.
Look at my little arms. I can't press the fire button and jump at the same time.
One thing I really love about this show is we are all fairly knowledgeable in certain things. We all know our S about one thing or the other, and we're fairly knowledgeable about it. So that's why I come in here today to see if you guys know your S. All right?
Okay.
It's going to be pretty easy.
Okay.
What I have here is different pictures of animal poop. And you guys are going to try to guess what kind of animal it came from.
Okay.
All right. There's no going to be any buzzing in with your name or whatever. I'm just going to hand you a picture. So I'll give Corbin the first one. You take your guess.
Okay.
And if you guess it wrong, then we'll give Lindsay a chance to steal the point.
The other person only gets a chance if you miss it. Okay.
Absolutely. So Corbin, I'm just going to go ahead and hand you I've got the answer key right here.
Yeah.
So this is the first pile of poop, Corbin. What animal did that S come from?
Big animal. I'm going to go bear.
Big animal bear is your final
a
answer?
bear.
Okay. You are correct, my friend. That is one for you.
Wow.
How about that? How did you get to that point? Just the size of the turd itself?
Well, you can always look at most dung to decipher what it's eaten.
Okay.
And bears eat a lot of berries, so.
Nah, there is
May
a
I see
lot
what
of...
bear dung looks like?
Absolutely. Oh, there you go.
Wow.
So the next one will go to Lindsay, and if she doesn't get that one
Sure.
right, then she'll pass it to you, and we'll see if you get it right or not. All right, Lindsay? So this one's yours, and you tell me, what animal did this poop come from?
I would say this one would come from something rather small, possibly.
Okay.
Maybe a pig.
Do you think that is bear or a pig?
A pig.
Poop? Pig poop. All right, Lindsay, pig poop is incorrect. So Corbin, you can go ahead and just mark pig off of the list there.
Horse.
Horse is incorrect.
Ooh.
Nobody gets the point on that one.
What is it?
That is ostrich poop.
Mm.
That is ostrich poop.
Excuse me. I couldn't tell the size.
Uh-huh.
That's why I said horse.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell.
And that why, if you know, like most birds, okay,
Yeah.
they have
They-
that.
Yeah, they don't have penises. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's where that came from. All right. So
Calm
far,
down. I know ducks do. I don't need to see the picture.
so
Right.
far, Corbin is up 1-0 when it comes to knowing his S. We're going to go back to Corbin. All right, Corbin, go ahead and take this picture here. What animal did that S come from?
Dog.
Man, so far you really know your S. Dog is correct.
Which is the opposite of what normally people think.
Right. All right, Lindsay, here you go. We're going to give you this one. What is this one?
Cat.
That is not a cat. Corbin?
Looks very similar to dog. Again, size, I'm having a hard time deciphering the size.
Mhm.
It looks like there's something in it, like bugs in it.
Okay.
So it's I'm going to go with some sort of fowl, maybe. It's not frog.
Mm-hmm.
It could be an amphibian type of. I'll go ahead and say lizard.
Okay, that one is not a lizard, as a matter of fact. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Lindsay. It was a cat. I did not have it on the mark, so we'll give you that one, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Lindsay.
Yeah, good job. So far, it's 2-1. Corbin still knows more S than Lindsay. All right, Corbin, we're going to pass you this one here. What animal did this S come from?
Cow.
That one
Yeah.
is not a cow.
Oh.
That's a horse.
That you going with horse on
I'm
this
going
one?
horse.
Okay, that one, neither one of you know. That is an elephant pile.
Oh.
Again, a size is the problem here.
Size is the problem.
I can't decipher the size.
The hay, I can see where you can get like horse or whatever. You know, I think this came from a zoo or whatnots like that. And listen, I just Googled different animal poo, which was a fun little experiment trying to get
New
all
day,
these
sure.
pictures. Yeah, for sure. But I recognized it straight off, not only did because I Googled it, elephant poop or whatever, but if you've ever watched Man vs. Wild, you've seen Bear Grylls pick up a pile and drink it. So, all right, we're going to go with this one here. Lindsay's turn. Lindsay, what animal did this poop come from? So far, Corbin's in the lead 2-1. Do you know your S?
This one looks like it's kind of long, so and really hard. This whatever animal this is needs a little bit more fiber in its diet. I
Okay.
would say.
Okay.
But I would guess. I'm gonna.
What is the S,
Yeah,
Lindsay?
what is the
animal did that come
S?
from? Do
What
you know
is
your
the
S?
S. Because of the size
Right.
is tough.
I don't
But
know. I
I'll
never touched it.
go with man.
I'm going to bet that neither one of you can guess this one.
Okay.
Okay.
It really doesn't matter. So just go
Yeah.
ahead and say any sort of animal that walks on the earth.
All right, fine. I'll go with a rabbit.
Okay. Rabbit is incorrect.
that's not rabbit.
Mhm.
Rabbit is incorrect.
Yeah, this is definitely some sort of amphibian type of. I'm going to say frog, maybe, or toad.
I think out of everybody here, you've had the most experience with frog poop. You've talked about it before. You found some on your porch.
Yeah, got a lot of frogs around the house.
And that is incorrect. That is actually a hedgehog turd that you just looked at. So hedgehog, nobody gets the point on this one. Moving on forward, it's Corbin's turn now.
Did you make a gallery of this for people to see online?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
man.
No. I didn't put that much effort into it. Come on. So, Corbin.
I keep
looking
going
at
to this. I'm going to say horse.
All right, you think that's horse,
Yes,
huh?
these are big. These look like big pellets.
Right.
I'm saying horse.
Horse is incorrect. Lindsay, what animal
You're
did
gonna
this
get that
S
right
come
eventually.
from? Yeah, right.
A pig or a hog.
Okay, nobody got the points on that one. That is actually rabbit poop. Rabbit.
See, again,
turd.
size is the determining. Like, I don't have a size comparison.
It looks like a giant rabbit. Then
I listen, I lobbied to bring in some samples and do
Oh,
this, but
geez.
Boss
Do this?
Man was like,
Glad you
nah.
didn't.
I mean, I'm just saying that, like, if I was standing in the field and I saw a small amount, I'm not picking a horse.
Right. But you know,
That,
with a
on that
close-up
picture, it's a close-up picture taking up,
Absolutely.
40% of the frame.
Absolutely. All right.
Just
So
defending my.
nobody got that one. Lindsay, what animal did this come out of? Do you know your S? That's the question. What animal did this come from?
I would say a deer.
A deer, a doe, a deer, a female deer?
Yes. I'm gonna say
Lindsay
deer.
is correct.
Yeah.
It is now tied 2-2.
Yeah.
And as that not that exact one right there, but something similar to it that gave me this idea. I was playing disc golf and I was like, I found some tracks and I found some piles and I was like, I wonder. So and I was like, all right, here we go. All right.
It's me, or does a pile of a deer poop look like coffee beans from a distance?
Yeah, it's a white-tailed brand coffee. Thought about making some and bringing it in and having you guys try it, but
Oh,
man.
It's not good because it tastes like lime.
All right, Corbin. This one's for
Thank you.
Which animal did this come from?
That is bat poop.
Bat poop is your final answer, huh?
Yeah.
Bat poop is correct. So now Corbin is in the lead, 3-2. How
know
did you
you're
know
The
dumb.
that?
scary confidence in my decisions.
Yeah. How did you know that? Are you just going with the first word that pops in your mind, or have you a lot of experience in bat guano?
There's bats that sometimes hang out around my house.
Okay.
And I'm constantly cleaning it up because
Okay.
I don't want my kids in it.
Are you trying to get a sneaky peeky over
No,
here?
I wanted to see the bat dung.
Oh, you want to see the bat
Because
poop?
I've walked through some caves before, and it's usually they have it piled
I
up.
had a bat give birth on my
Mm.
porch once. Came home.
That is not nice. She is a woman.
She was a nice woman. No, the mother of my youngest, this was back when I was DJing in the clubs, and we came home after the club. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I noticed this brown blob of something on the porch. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm up there trying to see what's going on. And then all of a sudden a wing flops out. Poof. And that's when I noticed it was a bat. Scared the crap out of me because I wasn't expecting this blob. I thought somebody had taken a cramp on my porch, right? And so it moves. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Go ahead, go to bed the next day. Wake up in the next day. The bat is still there in its spot, but it had given birth to 3 little babies who were so small, no lie, they were hanging upside down from a blade of grass that had grown up onto the porch. I was like, that is so awesome.
That is.
How small. I know, like,
And then you take your foot and kick him off the porch.
no, I chunked some lettuce out there for him because I figured
they
Mama
eat
was,
lettuce?
I don't know what bats eat, but I figured Mama was hungry. You know, she just gave birth to triplets. Come on.
Mhm.
So I threw some out there and waited for a little while, and half of it was gone. So I don't know if she ate it or some other
another
random
animal came and
Right.
came by. All right. So Corbin got that one 3-2. So far, he knows his S. Lindsay, whose S is this?
Oh, it looks like old S. It's like it's got some moss growing over it
Okay.
or something. Again, I want to say like a hog or something like that.
Okay. You going with a hog or pig, something to that effect?
Sure.
Well, you were wrong, Lindsay. That is not hog or pig S.
Okay.
Mm.
Corbin, you got a chance.
Yeah, this does look like it has cobwebs on it or
Uh-huh.
something to that
Yeah.
effect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, based off the terrain it's on,
Mm-hmm.
would indicate maybe some sort of desert animal, maybe even a sea animal. Maybe that's sand. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with a leopard.
A leopard is incorrect. Nobody gets the point. That is actually owl poop. Owl
Oh.
poop. Yes, we had to dissect this stuff in middle school and find out what the
Oh.
owl ate.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite the
Really?
bizarre little science
That owl
experiment.
has a healthy diet.
Yeah.
Right. So nobody gets the
It gave
point.
the deer a run for its money.
Nobody gets the point on this one.
Volume was ridiculous on that one.
We'll give this one to Corbin since it's his round. Corbin, whose S does that belong to? What animal came up with that S?
I'm going to go with Gimpy.
You are incorrect, although that is kind of on some days.
I would not put it past you if one of these is yours.
Oh, God, I hope not. Looks pretty solid there.
Yeah. What kind of animal came up with that, Lindsay? Do you know your
A
S?
rabbit turd.
Okay. Since we've already done rabbit.
Oh, we did?
Mhm. I'm going to go ahead and say
Darn it.
no, and you don't get the points on that one. All right.
Squirrels.
If you would have gone with your second choice, you would have gotten a point and tied it up. It is indeed squirrel.
See,
poop.
the size is what's
They look like-
it's a massive photo.
Yeah,
It's very close up.
It's a close-up picture of it, and that, I'm not just going to give you the game.
No,
They
that's
look like
sure.
little acorns.
Yeah, well, maybe so. Lindsay, all right, since he went first last round, what animal did this S come from, Lindsay?
Raccoon.
Okay, why do you say that?
Well, there's berries and it looks extremely runny, and raccoons eat anything.
Do you see like a
So-
Tropicana wrapper in there or something?
No, but it doesn't look like, I mean, it looks runny.
Okay.
And so I'm assuming
And they eat
since
anything, so
they
they're
eat
tum-tums.
anything-
Right, absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, Lindsay gets the point on that one. That is indeed
Right.
coon poo. So tied up 3-3. All right, we just got a few more here to go through. Corbin, whose S is this?
This is
By the way, I don't know why I got so excited to know coon poop.
so this looks like this has hair in it,
Yeah,
which indicates an animal was eaten.
yeah. Or just needs to shave.
I mean, it's a lot of hair. I'm gonna go with an animal on 4s.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with maybe I'm gonna go with like a leopard again. Like
Another leopard?
Some
Okay.
sort of animal like that.
Corbin, that is incorrect. Lindsay, your chance to steal the point for whose poo is this? Do you know your S?
A lion.
Okay, so both of you go on with big cat poop. Well, both of you are wrong. That is from a coyote.
Oh.
Coyote.
So I was on the right path. Okay.
Yeah, you were right. Four-legged animal, eats other animals.
Yeah.
It's just
Predator,
a wrong
yeah.
animal. Wrong animal. Okay. So, Lindsay, move on to this one here. Whose poo is this? Do you know your S?
Little turds there.
Not the size.
Yeah, it's not the size that matters.
Right. So far, it's tied up 3-3. They both equally know their S.
I'll say a mountain lion.
A mountain lion going with another big cat.
Another
Any
big
particular
cat.
reason why?
Because it reminds me of a cat turd.
Okay.
Something that I've cleaned out of the litter box many times.
I don't think I've ever cleaned mountain lion turds out of a cat box, but that is incorrect. Corbin, give me a shot. Whose S is this?
This is some sort of small animal.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with this. Might be a bird. Maybe. I'm gonna go with. I'm running out of animals to the top of my head.
Right. Think hard.
Yeah.
What do you got? Whose S is that?
I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go to a lizard.
Okay. That actually is skunk poop. Skunk
Oh.
poop, boys and girls. So yeah. All right. Still tied up 3-3. Corbin, whose poo? Whose poo is that?
Goose.
That is not goose poo, although I can see how you get there.
There's a little giveaway in it.
Yeah. There's some
a little hidden nugget in there.
similarities, Yeah. But that is not goose poo. Lindsay, chance to take the point, take the lead. You would know your S.
The white, because of the white, is that what gave it away for goose?
I'm not
Maybe
helping
I'll
you.
say duck.
Okay. Well, duck is wrong. That is actually snake poop.
Oh,
Snake
I
poop.
almost said snake too.
Yeah.
God.
Snakes, lizards, birds, they all have that same sort of thing where everything just comes out all at
Yeah.
once. or
Okay.
whatever. So,
All right.
Still tied up 3-3. Lindsay, we only got a couple more here to get down to it. And if you tie, you tie. There's no big prize. I just want to know who
Don't
knows
I know?
the rest. Who knows I am the prize? Me being in this room is the prize.
You said prize?
Yes.
Okay.
Lindsay, whose poo
Yeah.
was that?
that is A. Toad's poop.
A toad poop. That is incorrect. Lynn or Corbin, steal the point. Who's poo?
Again, this is going to be a very small. This is a small. I'm going with a chupacabra.
Okay, yes, for Conspiracy Theory Thursday, it is not La Chupacabra, although some people would probably mistake it for one, and it actually came from a possum. A possum, an opossum. All right, it's your turn, right?
I would have thought a possum would look more like a raccoon's poop. Like
sure,
because they
sure.
eat
Very,
anything.
Their
very
tum-tums get
similar.
upset,
Yeah. All right, we only got a couple more here. Corbin, do you know your S? Whose poo is that?
So this is going to be a scavenger's feces.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a wolf.
A wolf. I think you know you're wrong on that one. Lindsay, whose poo is that?
What is in there?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't take it apart.
This.
Looks like some sort of seed or berry or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mm,
But it's stacked is where.
right.
So it implied that it wasn't a walking movement.
Right. You sat down, probably read a
somebody
newspaper.
said stop.
Yeah. Got on Facebook
Got a
for
potty.
a while. yeah.
What's the potty?
The squatty potty?
Squatty potty,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it's Bigfoot.
That is not Sasquatch. That is actually from an armadillo.
Oh.
That is from an armadillo. Still tied up 3 to
Looks too
3.
big.
And we only have 3 left to
All
go.
right, last
so
one.
Somebody needs to
This
get
needs
it
to be the
together.
last one.
All right, fine. Last one here. Lindsay, can you take the point?
I don't want to step in that. That is for sure. That I do not want to step in. I feel like I've seen this many times. Cow manure.
Okay, cow manure is incorrect.
Dang it.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Corbin, you have a chance
Oh,
to
I know this.
really know your S
Yeah,
and
you've
steal the
seen it
lead.
before.
What do you got, man?
It does look like a cow patty.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It definitely looks like a cow patty, but that is donkey.
Oh, from Shrek. No, that is actually a pile from a bison. I would have accepted buffalo
So
or
cow is not a
Tatanka.
giant. You're not too far off. but
Not
yes.
too far off, but I wanted to make sure it is correct. So tied up 3 to 3. Come to find out, neither one of you know your S.
I'm totally
No,
satisfied that we equally
Yeah.
know the same about S.
Mhm.
Right?
Well,
Around the world, take my strong hand, get on the give train, on the give train. Around the world, take my strong hand, get on the give train, give train.
Look at my little arms. I can't press the fire button and jump at the same time.
Tulsa's morning show, the Big Man Morning Show. The assault continues next. 97.5 KMOD. KMOD Total Traffic Network.
hey, Jim,
Yeah.
you're an expert in the poops, huh?
Honey, my tum-tum isn't right. Call Jim.
Right.
I'm not calling Jim again.
Again.
He does not want to hear about my poop problems.
Sure, he does. He deals with it every day.
That's the conversation you have with people that do drywall,
Right,
Yeah.
electrical work,
They're professionals.
car repair.
Mhm.
He does it every day. He does not mind. Y'all had a show some time ago about well-endowed men who have trouble with the dating scene because of their genetic disposition. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to catch the whole show. Well, I'm not sure how to ask this, but are any of them still single? I'm 5'2", 120 pounds, pleasant on the eyes, and very capable of intelligent conversations. What are my choices?
What is going on here? Are they trying to get us to hook them up with the big dong man or
I
what?
don't know. I don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Okay.
Right?
Is this person trying to get us to hook them up with somebody with a huge schlong? I don't, yeah.
It's conversations like this that create an illusion
Mhm.
that every woman wants a gigantic dong. Vaginas are all different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Some, that's terrifying.
Right.
Some, that sounds exciting.
Right. Some, that's not even big enough.
Yeah. I have never thought if there is a website for women to go to find men that are well endowed. I'm now that we've said it aloud, I'm sure there's one.
Well, there has to be. They've got one for farmers, Christian singles.
Sure.
Why can't they have one? It's
Spoiler, those are all the same databases.
What?
Yeah.
Big dong dating.
And I'm sure there's one for this, but do like guys who like bolt-ons,
Right.
breasts, is there a website for fake boobs, like only dating girls with fake breasts?
I feel like there probably is, but also I feel like that might be something in a profile, like on a dating app, like a question, like, do you prefer real or fake boobs? Or, you know what I mean?
I would know. I've never filled any
Me
one of those
either.
out, but that doesn't, you fill that out on a dating app. I don't take a lot of credibility with that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're on a site as looking for a partner and the website is fakeboobsforyou.com, then you better have big old bolt-ons, right? Same way for girls looking for guys with well-endowed junk.
Yeah.
If that's on, like, every guy's going to put that in his profile.
Right.
But if you're on a website of Tubuku, you better be.
Right.
I don't go to the chicken restaurant and order a hamburger.
Yeah. Do you have to upload measurements to be on these websites?
If they exist, I don't even know.
Right.
So far, I just simply Googled website for men who want to only date women with fake breasts. That seems pretty simple and plain Jane, right?
Okay.
Haven't found anything yet. Haven't found anything yet. A lot of, these are the 28 best things to know before getting a boob job, or the 10 best dating apps, blah, 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 blah. But nothing in here, fakeboobsonly.com.
Okay. I Googled double D dating website.
Was double spelled out, or you just put two big D's on there?
No, I wrote double D dating website, and there isn't one. One does not come up.
Yeah. I honestly don't think that there are websites that get that specific.
Yeah. On our trademark. On our trademark.
Yeah, absolutely. There needs to be.
People are vain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So my whole thing, if that was my company, is that you would have to do that across the board. So if you're going to have, doubleddating.com, then you got to have, tubuku.com.
Right. 9 inches or more.com.
Yeah. If whatever that
Whatever
is.
it is, yeah. I'm almost afraid to type that in.
Just like people are into feet. Like there should be a website that if you want to date someone who loves dealing with feet as a woman and you're comfortable, like there are people that's that rowboat has 2 oars,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What did you find?
Is there one?
Fatu. It says foot fetish dating platform. Feet worship and femdom chat. Fetish sex dating, the online kink community.
Yeah, I mean,
there's. I was just looking for dating sites about foot fetishes.
I guess that'd be a subgenre of BDSM, right? So
yeah, sure. Footfetishdating.com. Click. Footfetishmatch.com. So they do have websites that will get down into it in certain aspects in certain areas. Giant schlongs or mega boob isn't one of them. But feet. Why?
Lindsay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically they want to know, are any of them still single? I'm 5'2", 120 pounds, pleasant on the eyes, and very capable of intelligent conversation. For the record, if you write that in there, I know you're not. Just saying, because if you were, you'd say something intelligent.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lindsay? How do you find a well-endowed man or person?
I don't know.
Oh, your
I
poor
mean,
husband.
I would say I found mine. I'm
There,
not looking.
too late.
Yeah.
All right. What's done is done.
So I would say maybe join a matchmaker. Ask a matchmaker to help you out. I feel like that would be something that would be on a matchmaking site.
Right, but don't you think there's room for fibbing on that?
Yeah,
You get to
definitely.
embellish a lot on those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Picture of you and a dog, and they're like, "Oh, where's your dog? I don't have a dog."
Mhm.
Oh, there's a picture of you on your dating profile. Yeah,
About that. That was my friend's dog, and I
Yeah.
thought it would just,
it's a great picture of me.
bring you in.
They do say that people with dogs in their profile pictures
Totally.
get lots of hits.
You want to, if you're a single guy, there are two ways to pick up women, in my opinion.
Mm.
A dog at a park.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a dog park. You will find probably a woman with a dog.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
God, I hope so.
Offer
Yeah.
to pick up your friend's kids
Mm.
at school
Mm.
where you have to walk in.
Oh, yeah. Single mom, single dad.
Just saying. Right? That would be the way to do it.
Mm.
All right. But Lindsay, well endowed.
Yeah, I would say get on a match. Hire a matchmaker. Hire a matchmaker. I don't think you're ever going to just find someone well endowed unless you are looking on someone's OnlyFans page, maybe. I would say a guy that has some junk is going to start his own page if he's single.
Gimpy.
I don't know. I don't know where to start, and I don't want to know where to start. So my advice to this person is figure it out your damn self. All right? Go find somebody and ask them if they got a big schlonger. And if
for
that's
tight
the
pants.
answer's yes, then okay, well, you're going to have to figure it out for yourself, but then there you got your answer. But I don't know.
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Let's play a game because we are playing Cupid for Valentine's Day. Someone's going to win a 12-pack of Heineken Silver and a $100 gift card here in a minute. And they'll be in the running for a $1,000 gift card from Moody's Jewelry that we'll announce the winner for next week. You got to get qualified, though. 918-460-KMOD. Yeah, Valentine's Day is on Tuesday. I feel like you should maybe take note. It's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's on Tuesday.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah. Well, you just said we're going to announce that winner next week. We're actually doing it on Friday. We're doing it tomorrow. So there you go.
Right on. 918-460-KMOD. 918-460-KMOD. Call up, decide who's going to be your clue giver. Whoever gets the most right wins. Good. Oh, sorry. We're playing Schnipp, Schnapp, Schnurr. Current record is?
You and I are tied with 2. Lindsay has 1.
Last week's winner was?
That would be me.
All right. So that means Corbin and Lindsay. 918-460-KMOD. Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you, Corby?
I'm good, friend. Thank you. Who do you want to give clues, Lindsay or Corbin?
Lindsay, come on, girl.
All right. 918. I'm sorry. 3. It's Brit. She's going to give clues. Just do the best you can. 60 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Here we go.
All right, Michelle. Chocolate fudge. Betty Crocker makes good dessert.
Brownies?
Yes. Lou, blink to my Lou.
Skip to my loo.
Yeah, just say the first word.
Skip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nicotine. These are electric.
Cigarette.
Not cigarettes.
pen?
These are more popular, like an e-cigarette,
E-
a blank pen.
Oh.
E.
E-cigarette.
E. It's like an e-cigarette. It's
E-vape. E-vape.
leave off the E and just say the second part.
Oh, vape.
Yeah.
Vape.
Oh, you got a blank on your shirt there. You might have spilled something on it. What is it called? You want?
Stain.
Yes. Take blank. Or it's a type of movie if there's lots of fighting. Yes.
Scary.
You are very witty or smart.
Smart. Genius.
You have good ideas.
Time. 5 is what I got. Pretty good there, Michelle. Hang on the line, okay?
Okay.
All right, don't go anywhere. Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Hey, Split Puppy. How's it going, guys?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. All right. So 60 seconds on the clock. We've got to beat 5. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I agree. Here we go. This is the product you put on your brush to get your pearly whites all clean.
Toothpaste.
Correct. This is a type of fabric that's got holes in it. Sometimes people say the term leather and blank.
Lace.
Correct. You go to a library to check one of these out. A
book.
Correct. If you were going to masturbate as a man, you might get a blank bot. Sex toy. Human. The skin. Human.
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm going to change it to get your mind to think a little differently. When you go to the bathroom and you hit the little lever to drain the water, it's called what?
A handle?
Yes, but you hit the handle, and then what happens? That process is you're doing what to the toilet?
Flush.
Okay. The letter before F.
Gush.
Wow.
Not good enough, friend. Not good enough. We did not do it. I'm so sorry.
That's all right, guys. Thank y'all, man.
All right, buddy. See you later.
I was getting solid clues on that.
All right, Michelle. I'm sorry. You did win. Congratulations. Great job. Hang on the line. He's got to get your personal info, okay?
All right. Thanks, Lindsay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. The one that Lindsay ended on, you were right. It's another word for being smart. Sometimes it's spelled the same, if I'm not mistaken, as a knife known as a meat blank.
There you go. That square knife the butchers use. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
good
So
one.
clever
Good one. Yes.
is the term. And this is the one that I couldn't get at the end.
Meat eating zombies might eat your
Brains.
but your skin, another word for skin. Yeah. I don't know where else you would go with that.
Blank eating bacteria.
Oh yeah.
Solid.
Perfect.
I mean, I think I like my sex toy
Yeah.
clue.
I was wondering where you're going with on that
And
one.
with
I
the
was
name
like,
like Slut Puppy, you would think that he would have gotten a sex toy.
It's kind of an assumption on your part.
Yes,
right?
I am assuming.
Maybe he's a slut for cupcakes or dogs.
There you go. Possibly.
Like he owns a lot. He doesn't let one not go unfostered.
doggy slut.
Yeah.
Puppies
Totally different.
specifically.
Puppy slut.
All right, the record now.
All tied up, twos across the board.
Take a break and we'll be back.
More of the Big Man Morning Show is
They cut off that part of the
Castration.
body. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So therefore they won't have that sexual desire anymore. Whether it's, raping babies or
Like
just-
dogs.
Yeah, that too.
The idea that that's what you do to dogs, so they don't they want to hump.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this is more of a Jeffrey Dahmer situation where the guy, they met on a dating app. The guy came over to the guy's house and he ended up tying this guy up.
Yeah, I'm not
And
buying
then-
that because then there would be more. This isn't, you know what I'm saying? You don't go, I understand there's a first time for everything, but
Right.
you're not going to be like, well, I think next time I'm willing to take a step further, get the skillet out.
Right.
Ooh.
Right?
I wonder
That's
if these
also,
taste like.
it's also an important feature.
Mhm.
Did he cook them or did
Right.
he eat them raw?
right.
Because eating a heart of a deer is not an uncommon thing. Sometimes straight out of it, sometimes cooked.
Right. Even your Rocky Mountain oysters, bull balls, bull butter.
Mhm.
People eat those, but they don't eat them raw.
They don't eat them
No.
raw, right?
As far as I know, they don't. If you do, that makes you a little weird, and I don't think we should be friends anymore.
The idea that these two crazy people found each other, if that's the case,
Mhm.
God, the universe is insane.
Imagine the life
No.
they could have had if you would not have died.
I think they had the life they imagined.
He just ended up dead and ballless.
I think again, we don't know the motive of the other person from the story,
Yeah.
but that sounds like that was the motive of this guy. He literally was like, whatever you want to do, judge.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Apparently, and I dug into this guy a little bit. He had a master's degree. Like he was
Oh,
pretty,
yeah.
he was
The Unabomber
yeah,
had a
yeah,
master's.
there-
He was, come on.
yeah, true. Yeah.
Did you get that online nowadays?
Sentencing for him will be held on December 15th.
I saw a thing yesterday online. I don't know if it's true, but you know how they caught the Unabomber? They caught the Unabomber. He was such an elitist. Like, he thought he was so much better than everybody else. He couldn't stand the phrase, have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
And because he's like, that makes no sense. He was like, you can't have your cake and then enjoy it, like some other phrase.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so he wrote this manifesto that got printed in the paper. And his sister-in-law, who always thought he was a little off his rocker, was like, I think this is your brother. Went to her husband, and he looked at him and was like, I don't think so. And then read the line that his brother was one of the only people who ever said, you can't have your cake and then enjoy it as well.
Right.
Oh.
It's like,
And that's how they
okay.
got him.
Wow.
Ooh, damn it. Ted Kaczynski. Man busted for beating.
Also, he was one of the people that did the acid experiment where they gave everybody a bunch of acid to see how they would
yeah.
react.
Okay.
And he went crazy, and he never forgave them.
Well, that would make sense, but no reason to go and send bombs through the mailbox.
Yeah,
Just saying.
universities and bombs and airplanes.
Right.
The Unabomber. Florida man accused of chewing victim's face, not guilty by reason of insanity. You might remember this story. It's from a while back, and everybody's like, "Oh man, it's the
Bath
synthetic
salts.
bath salts and synthetic weed and everything." Nope, he just crazy. A former Florida State University student is accused of killing a couple in their garage 6 years ago, and then chewing on one of the victim's faces is not guilty by reason of cuckoo. The prosecution, defense, and judge have all agreed on to the deal. Austin Haroff was set to go to trial today without a jury. The judge is expected to send her off to a mental hospital. Well, he'll be sedated and stare out a window the rest of his life.
Wow.
Yep, but he won't be eating faces
I'm shocked.
in public.
Yeah.
So they didn't. I thought that they found drugs in his system at the time. They didn't, huh? Wow.
I'm just reading the story from today.
Yeah.
I think the initial story said that,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think that he was somebody that wasn't what they thought.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, why else would somebody
I remember
eat somebody's
that.
face off? They have
Toxico-
to be high on drugs.
Toxicology reports take like 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they wouldn't be able to tell us for 4 to 6 weeks
Mhm.
after the fact.
Right.
Yeah, it was assumed at the time that he
Probably.
was on.
Right. Well,
Yes.
that's the only thing that makes sense. Not that people
Yes.
are crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm. But they're not crazy enough to eat face.
They're not crazy enough to eat balls. And
and
then we've read 2 stories today where people are crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
3, because you don't just randomly run around swinging a dildo around till you puncture someone's torso.
He's
Like
jealous.
you're on
Good
bare
point.
knuckle fighting championship.
That needs to be televised.
They've started
Dildo
arm wrestling
fights.
fighting.
Uh-huh.
Like that's a league they're gonna start. The
Okay.
UFC is.
Okay.
They totally need dildo fighting
Absolutely.
because you know they have slap.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But do dildos,
Oh.
dude? I'm watching,
Oh, yes. You get one of those big, like 3-footers or
and
whatever.
it's all weight classes. So like it's the
Right.
small like little pencil ones,
Right.
and then you build up to like Kong,
Right. The heavyweights.
the heavyweights. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd pay $50.
No.
Pay-per-view? Come on.
You are not. You might go to someone's house who's paying $50.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Airport runway worker killed after being sucked into the airplane engine.
Yikes.
Federal officials are investigating the weekend death of a grounds worker at the Alabama airport. NTSB said the worker at Montgomery Regional Airport was killed after he was sucked into the engine of an airplane. It happened Saturday afternoon, according to the NTSB. The American Airlines plane had just arrived from DFW when a ground support personnel was ingested into the engine. The unidentified worker was employed by Piedmont Airlines, which is a subsidiary. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Let's see what's in Gimpy's 4x4.
Well, Coleman says here that Biden insists the GOP wants entitlement cuts. While speaking in Wisconsin, old JB claimed that some Republicans want to sunset entitlements, naming Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson and Utah Senator Mike Lee. JB's remarks came after a round of booing from Republicans during his State of the Union address when he made the same claims. Republican leaders have dismissed accusations by the Dems that they want to gut the program as part of debt ceiling negotiations. Old Kevin McCarthy is saying that changes to entitlements are not on the table. Despite that, JB says, I'll believe it when I see it. The House votes to end COVID vaccine requirements for foreign air travelers. The CDC requires all adults who aren't citizens or permanent U.S. residents to show proof of COVID vaccination before flying to the country. According to the U.S. Travel Association, the United States is the only country that has kept the policy. It says here, this hits home for me really hard. Nearly 5 million units of a popular cleaning product are being recalled due to the risk of bacterial contamination.
What popular cleaning product is Gimpy sad about?
I have a guess. Fabuloso.
What do you think, Corbin?
No, I think it's going to be, I don't think it's Fabuloso. I don't hate that. I think it's he's more of a Gain guy.
Oh, I do love me some Gain, man.
I do too.
That is all. I'm all about the dryer sheets and the matching, soap to go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Consumer Product Safety Commission announced yesterday that Colgate-Palmolive is recalling a number of its Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaning products, which were sold online and at national retailers from December through January. I have no idea when I got that half gallon or gallon of Fabuloso when it was, so I very well could have this bacteria-laden cleaner.
Well, they probably will tell you in the recall there's a lot number on your container.
Yeah. Give me my $4 back. I don't know.
$4?
I don't know how
Fabuloso.
much.
No,
I don't know.
Laundry detergent's not cheap.
No, it's not laundry detergent. It's multi-purpose cleaner.
Oh.
I use it to mop the floors, clean the counters. Sometimes I clean the counters with the mop after I mop the floors. It's bizarre, but it works for me.
Yeah, powder Tide.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy anything else, just powder Tide.
Can't do Tide.
You're one of those small percentage of people, like cilantro. Yeah.
Yep. Lastly here, bills restricting transgender medicine in Oklahoma clears its first hurdle. Monday, Governor Stitt asked lawmakers to send them a bill banning transgender medical procedures from being performed on minors. And on Wednesday, the Oklahoma State Senate Rules Committee passed 2 bills on the subject out of committee by a vote of 16-2.
Here's why the stupidest part of that bill, it's up till 27.
What do you mean?
The age of 27.
Ah, okay.
27.
Yeah.
An adult.
Yeah.
Them telling you what to do with your body at 27.
Yeah. Welcome to government.
That makes, from a government that doesn't want to be in control, less.
The Chiefs are getting some good news on the health of their star quarterback ahead of the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes spoke to the media yesterday and said his injured ankle is definitely in a better spot. The QB suffered a right ankle sprain during the team's divisional round win over the Jags on January 21st. Mahomes said, "I definitely move around better than I was moving last week or even 2 weeks ago. So it's just trying to continue to get the treatment and the rehab and get it as close to 100% and then rely on some adrenaline." Head coach Andy Reid said his signal caller has been doing well in practice and participated in just about everything. The Chiefs and Eagles square off in Super Bowl 57 on Sunday. The NFL commissioner is standing up for the league's officials. Roger Goodell said he doesn't believe that officiating in the NFL has ever been better. When speaking at his annual Super Bowl week news conference, he went on to mention that with the amount of plays in a single season, referees are not perfect and officiating never will be. The national spotlight has been on officiating following some questionable calls in the league's conference championship games last month. He also touched on topics such as diversity in hirings during this cycle, the new Pro Bowl games, flex scheduling for next season, the rise in concussion numbers, and the investigation into the Washington Commanders and the upcoming sale of the franchise.
Oh, and I watched the interview with him on that. The way he explains it, it makes sense. The number of possible infractions that can occur in one game and the ones that they get right, percentage-wise, it's damn near, it's not even a concern.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Of the infractions that happen and the ones that are questionable or that they may get wrong, what's the number they have to get wrong, percentage-wise, for them to be doing a bad job?
Oh, wow. And these are officials here?
Yeah.
You would think one.
No, because that would imply perfect, and you can't be
Right.
perfect with humans.
Well, I mean, if you get one wrong, you're not completely perfect, but I get what you're saying.
No, the question is, how many do you have to get wrong to be considered not good at your job? If you do, easy math. If you do 100 penalties in a game, and 2 of them are questionable, like you missed it or you messed it up.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. But if you miss over half, I'd
50%,
say,
which isn't happening.
Right.
It's not even close to that number.
About like 25.
I'd say even
It's not even
20%.
No, I bet it's less than 10%.
Oh yeah, I would say it is less than.
I bet it's less than 5%.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would say if you're getting 20% of them wrong, then you're doing a bad job.
Yeah. I mean, I think that 25%, I'll go with that, right?
Yeah.
But that's not happening, right?
No, it's not.
When you watch, the problem with it is those things happen, like use the Chiefs game, right? The Chiefs and the Bengals. And you had 2 calls where people thought that the Chiefs were given an extra down, right? And that's kind of at a tipping point of the game.
Right.
So it feels super impactful. The other one where he was hit out of bounds and whether that was legal or not, that feels super impactful. Both those, by the way, if you go watch the replay, they did not get wrong. But it feels wrong to you because your team. So can you look at it from a neutral standpoint?
You're just saying that because you're a Chiefs fan.
But
that happened to the Chiefs the previous season in that same game. Right?
That's why they have challenges. That's what they're there for, right? Like,
yeah, but you only have so many challenges.
Right. You can't sit there and challenge every call. We'll be there for damn ever.
Yeah.
Football is still, this is great news. Football is still in the future for Damar Hamlin. That's according to Dr. Tom Mayer, who said, I guarantee you that Damar Hamlin will play professional football again. The NFL Players Association medical director is the first doctor to suggest the Bills safety would be able to suit up again. The 24-year-old went into cardiac arrest January 2nd after tackling Bengals receiver T. Higgins during a game in Cincinnati. He was discharged from the hospital a week later, was honored with the Alan Page Community Award by the NFLPA on Wednesday after raising over $9 million for his charity. That is your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, 96.
Yeah, true. Everybody's got a line.
All right. So they arrested him, took him to jail, and apparently this is his 70th time being arrested.
Hello, Guinness. Is there a place in your record book for this?
Should there be a punishment after your 50th arrest? Hey, the punishment is you've been arrested too much.
I thought there was something different for after your 3rd.
Depending on the intensity of the crime.
Right. Like 3 strikes, you're out.
On violent crimes.
Yeah, that's like rape and murder, not, meat stealing from the Walmart.
Theft, larceny, right? Larcenies, jaywalking,
right?
Littering, trespassing, all those wouldn't count.
I think that they should keep him locked up for some time because this is his 70th time being arrested. So instead of letting him bond out, why don't you keep him in for, I don't know, 6 months to a year?
I bet he's done prison time.
He probably has, because the guy that's been that just, brazenly goes into the Walmart, steals the meat, and then walks out with it. He doesn't give a damn.
He went in with a suitcase.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. And if this is his 70th time for the same offense, good Lord.
Best had a kick-ass bonfire and cookout. Yeah.
Hooray!
Worse, got bit by a snake yesterday. I'm on my legs all effed up.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, if you got bit by a snake, do you need to go have it, was it poisonous?
Nah, man. You have somebody suck it out.
I thought you pee on it.
Isn't it? No, that's jellyfish.
Oh,
jellyfish.
You don't want me on site.
You've been bit by a snake. Hurry up. Pee on his leg. What are you doing?
Why are you laughing, Corbin? This is serious. Is it?
Stepped on a jellyfish. Hurry up. Suck his feet.
I mean, if your leg's all messed up, don't you need to go to the doctor?
You would imagine.
Even if it wasn't poison and just like slashed your leg up, wouldn't you need stitches?
I don't know. I mean, they're just fangs. They're just 4 little puncture holes. So it's not like it was attacked by a mountain lion where it could have taken a chunk out.
Would 4 puncture holes be quoted as messed up? I wouldn't. That feels pretty dramatic
I
for
think
puncture
it's pretty
holes.
dramatic, but I mean, if it gets infected, that's one thing you got to look at too, because I don't know exactly how sanitary a snake's mouth is.
I mean, it's not if it's infected, you need to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sepsis is intimate.
Yes. Poisonous or not, if I get bitten by a snake, I'm going to the ER. Doesn't matter.
Are
man.
you?
Yeah. Oh, I would for sure. For sure. I would.
No. Here's how I see it going out, and then you tell me how it would go out. I'm saying that you get bit by a snake, you'd be like, it's fine. You would wait till it was damn near the oval, if you circled it, would be like over your leg. You're like, I sprayed Windex on it. It's fine.
Yeah, I poured some liquor on it.
Here's the thing. I'll put some alcohol on it for sure. But I don't know. I like snakes, and I know there's a way to tell if they're poisonous or not, but I'm not taking that chance. So I think if a snake, unless it's like a garter snake, something to that effect, okay, then I'm like, it'll be fine.
Well, they don't bite.
Right.
If you got you text in the word messed up, I'm implying that your leg looks like hamburger meat, or it's swollen up, ungodly.
Yeah.
Which either way, you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You need some anti-venom.
Something with a Schlin in it.
And if that makes me a beta, so be it. I like walking.
Right.
I like walking.
That's fair.
Do you get to call into work and say, I got bit by a snake, I need the day off?
Yeah.
If your leg is all jacked up or messed up, I guess we should say.
Hold on. What's the difference between jacked up and messed up?
Well, not much. Just
jacked up, I can't walk on it for sure.
Right.
Messed up, it doesn't look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely not going in if it's jacked up. Probably not going in if it's messed up. If it hurts to put any kind of pressure on it when you walk and you have to hop everywhere you go.
Okay.
Big difference.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. Gimpy, you're the injured party.
Yeah.
Ring. Hello, Bob's Manufacturing.
Got a problem.
Okay.
Make it in today.
And we were really counting on you. We had a lot of drywall that needed to be delivered.
I understand, and I'm sorry to be the one that has to do this, but I got bit by a snake over the weekend at a bonfire.
I don't want to hear about your extracurriculars. Chad, get in here.
Listen, sir. I'm being serious this time. And I got bit by a snake. I don't know what kind of snake. I didn't ask. I was bit by a snake, and my leg's all messed up now, and I just don't think I can make it in.
I mean, if you feel like a little gardener snake is going to headlines.
It was bigger than a garter snake.
Yeah, you were looking at it. Then why'd you let it bite you?
I was playing with it.
Hey, guys, Chad won't be in because he was playing with the snake and it bit him.
Yeah, better than last time when it spit in my eye.
Yeah. How many days off you get?
I mean, my whole thing is you said delivered, so you're going to be sitting. And he's like, if you have to put pressure on the leg and you like, if it's a standing job, I get it.
Yeah, but when you call in and you're sick, you always make it sound worse than it is.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's about 50% less than that.
Yeah.
It's maybe throbbing.
Have you ever been bitten by a snake?
I love that
sir?
scene from Couples Retreat.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
No, you haven't.
Say it again. Say it again. But if you're going to come in and complain about it the whole time and be holding court, I don't want you here anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
What's the strangest type of bird that you'd be willing to eat, such as a shoebill stork? You know what a shoebill stork is, Lindsay?
No.
Look up shoebill stork. Shoebill stork. It will, if I remember correctly, this is a very bizarre looking bird. It almost looks human-like.
Got a giant honking
It
schnoz.
is terrifying.
Yeah.
It will haunt you in your nightmares. If I remember right, it makes a horrendous sound. A very loud noise. It's not like a beautiful chirping or anything. It's a very loud noise. The shoebill stork. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your pick gonna be?
Probably a. What's the one? What are the We call him. My husband calls it a Harry Truman, and that's not what its real name. We see
Dropping bombs?
Huh?
Is it just dropping bombs everywhere it
No,
flies?
it's now I can't even think of the real name of it. You see them a blue herring. Is that what it is?
Blue herring.
Isn't that a fish?
See them all the time on the.
So it's the ones you see in the ponds, and they got the long legs and stuff
yes.
like that. Yeah.
Piranha.
The heron, yes.
Great blue heron.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity.
Gimpy?
Can I say big?
Huh?
Big?
Bird.
Big bird. Okay.
If we're going like a legit bird,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the flamingo.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want see if it tastes like shrimp.
Yeah. Flamingo or
That's
roadrunner.
true.
One or two.
Yeah, why not? That sounds fine. Penguin. I'm down for some penguin.
Oh, yeah. Some fricassee penguin.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it getting, it's cold. It's right there on the ice.
Right.
Who doesn't? Some good penguin. Yum. I'm going to name some dishes. You give me a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being awesome
Okay.
and 0 being pass.
Okay.
Okay? Lindsay, you're in on this too.
Okay.
10 being
Let's
awesome,
start
0
let's
being
start
nothing.
basic,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Spaghetti. Lindsay?
Oh, I'm a 10.
Okay. Gimpy.
3.
Okay. Fettuccine Alfredo. You can
10.
You can say 10.
Could I say 11?
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. Can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. What do you have, Lindsay?
Americans are going to be spending $16.5 billion this weekend for the Super Bowl. I believe that's more money than we spend on Christmas.
No way. Did you look that number up?
No, but on food and drinks. We also spend it on apparel, of course, and decorating our homes. Do you decorate?
Sure, if
for
you're having
the
a
Super
football
Bowl?
watch party, sure.
Okay.
Put up buy paper plates that look like a football and some sort of vessel to carry your salsa that maybe looks like goalpost. I don't know.
I suppose so.
You don't want to go
Never
with
done
the
that.
sombrero?
How many watch parties have you had for a Super Bowl?
Quite a handful.
Where you invite people over or just you and your
Yeah.
family?
Yeah, we've invited people over, but I've never gotten crazy with decorations for it.
I was talking to my brother yesterday. Him and I both said the same thing at the same time. This is not a social event.
Yeah.
This is
Watch.
business.
Yeah.
Oh, because,
It's our team.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Chiefs fan too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he will go stand outside and wait till game time and buy a ticket from a scalper.
One of those kind. Huh?
Yes.
Wow.
I didn't know if he was an Eagle.
Oh, no. We're both giant Chiefs fans.
Okay.
What do you have, Gim?
I like free stuff. I like free tickets. If you like free tickets, you can hit up the website, therockmod.com, on our contest page. We got quite a few shows we're just giving away tickets for. So go ahead, hit up.
So Conspiracy Theory Thursday. A listener sent me an email about this topic, and I went down a rabbit hole, and then some news broke recently about somebody that got in trouble for this. And so kind of just timed out perfectly. We mentioned earlier ChatGPT, which if you don't know, it's this technology, AI technology to search for things online. You can get instant results. You can type top Chiefs players of all time, and it'll give you legitimate responses.
Right.
It will not, you know what I mean? It just doesn't give whatever it random hits based off keywords and who paid for a marketing dollar, right? It gives arguable, legitimate responses. Okay. So it's a very smart, I don't know how much information I have to give you about AI, but it creates an ability like ChatGPT works really well when you get someone maybe that you've decided to cancel business with them. You can go to ChatGPT and go, help me with an email on how to tell them I don't want to do business with them.
Right.
And it'll give you a professional way quickly, not just a website you go to. It gives you the answer, the actual answer.
Watched a video on it yesterday. It's crazy how you pop this up today because I'd never heard of this until yesterday. I'm on the TikTok and I see there's some smart professor guy that's explaining this Chat GTP or whatnot. And he went on to I gave it this theory here and it's like, give me an answer. And in 3 seconds, it gave an answer, like a legitimate answer on this theory. It had a professor go in and it's like, all right, write me a paper on X and then grade it. Okay.
Wow.
So the ChatGPT writes the paper on this subject that the professor gave him and then turned around and graded its own paper that it just wrote all within like a 10-second time frame.
Yeah.
I was blown away. I'm laying in bed watching this. I'm like, holy crap. This is where it starts. Skynet is real.
Colleges are having a problem with it because in high schools because kids are writing papers
Right.
using it.
Right.
Or coming up with answers to things that are supposed to be their opinion.
Mhm.
And so there's some things happening to try and safeguard against that. ChatGPT is not the conspiracy.
Mhm.
AI is where I'm at with this.
Yeah.
And so a listener sent me this video of a online guy who has a lot of followers, and he talked about the dangers of video AI.
Okay.
And that you have to be careful because, I'll go. Okay, here's the sell. There are only 4 states that have banned faking online porn
Faking online porn.
using AI. What that is if one were, and I don't recommend this, wanted to take the governor of our state and put him in a porn,
Gotcha.
you could do that with no legal. It is not illegal.
Okay. Wow. I did not know that.
Only in 4 states is this legal. Well, they're really busy here worrying about people dressing up in makeup and dresses.
Mhm.
And so,
Important things.
yeah. And so I would go down this rabbit hole. They talk about it. It's very believable, right? There's no real safeguard against it.
Mhm.
And so you can create it very believable. You might remember if you've ever looked at porn and they Photoshop like Kim Kardashian's face off
Yeah.
on some Jennifer Aniston's face on, and you're like, or Taylor Swift, and you're like, yeah, they did not do that.
Right. You can clearly see that's not,
Yeah.
the skin tone's not matching up.
Their
Right.
face just doesn't match the size of the body. Like,
Right. That's not what Taylor Swift's vagina looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah, for sure.
that is not this. AI and digital content is crazy accurate.
Mhm.
You can go down a rabbit hole. The guy gave an example of audio AI of using Obi-Wan Kenobi talking about some behind the scenes stuff that happened on Star Wars and sex that happened that never happened. And it sounds just like him.
Wow.
Wow.
It's super, right? So this happens.
Scary.
Yeah, it's totally, it can ruin people's lives.
Exactly.
Right? If you, let's say, if you're again, I do not advise this, but if you're a political person and the other side doesn't want you to win, they could make a porn about you doing things,
Mhm.
really horrible things.
Right.
Yeah.
And then how are you going to prove that that's not you? As the other person, let's just say you're the political party and you're like, that's not me. Sure, it isn't.
And again, illegal in 4 states.
Wow.
And so how about more ramifications with, like, I'll go simple, a CEO of a company telling everyone they're fired.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Go a little more globally, right?
Right.
With a leader of a country.
Mhm.
Like, there are some crazy things that could happen. It's super, super dangerous, right?
Yeah.
So then the story breaks of this Twitch guy who is semi-famous on Twitch. And he does Lord of Legends, a video game, Lord of Legends of anyway, he plays this video game and Twitches. He's got a ton of followers. He's worth like $3 million, right?
Mhm.
Does all these things. And he apparently at one point shared his screen and someone noticed a tab he had open where he was faking AI porn and for people that he's friends with.
Huh. Like he was making them be in porns, whatever, his friends.
Friends,
quote
other
unquote.
Twitchers,
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
that he had done content with.
Wow.
Peak.
So he has to issue an apology. And now has since taken down all of his stuff. And like, you know, he does like his 10-minute apology online, crying with his wife in the background.
Oh my.
Yeah. I don't know what the point of that was. To make it more believable, you make her sit through there and also be humiliated because you're a POS.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
And so he explains he was just in the middle of the night, just looking at porn, being super innocent and knew better, but clicked on a porn ad, signed up for the service, paid the fee, and made these porns of people he knows. Like he considered, or people thought they were friends. Not
So
even,
dirty.
of course. But the thing that you should be focused on is this isn't even somebody who you believe we were in the same boat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You want to look at porn? I don't care what the rhythm of your dance floor is. Go for it. go for it, right? But when you pay for a service, knowing you're faking it to discredit, I don't know.
Right.
That is some shady ass.
Yeah, man.
Some shady. First of all, this guy's an online guy. Twitch, you're an online guy, right? You know your way around a computer.
Right.
If you're on Twitch.
Yeah, you'd think.
And you're clicking on a porn ad? You're signing up?
Right.
Yeah.
You're paying a fee? You're acting like you're derping it?
Right.
Come on, man.
You knew what you were doing.
You knew what you were doing. Atrioc is this guy's name if you're in twitching, you know anything about that world. And he's now taking he's jeopardized everything.
Right.
For what? To make somebody look bad in porn? I personally am not going to be somebody who's like, oh, Lindsay did porn. Right? I'm going to go, well, let's look at it and make a decision.
Right.
But some people are going to have a bad opinion about it.
Right. It could, for people like us, it could potentially ruin endorsements and stuff like that.
Again, I do not recommend you do this with someone like the governor of our state.
Right.
But people could.
Easily.
And what is there? Again, it's not illegal.
That's what blows me away, is that there's only 4 states that are like, whoa, 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 whoa. So are these 4 states, are they ahead of the game? Or did this happen in their states and they're like, okay, we got to fix this?
Yeah, I mean,
how did they get to that point?
They're ahead of the game.
Okay.
It was brought to their attention. They had real S to worry about. Real problems.
What are the states? You know off the top of your head?
Texas was one.
Okay. I'm just like, okay, well, that would make sense. California, okay, that would make sense. But like Utah,
Probably Washington.
okay. Washington state or the
Yeah.
DC, okay. Because DC is not really a state.
Oh, no, I had it wrong. It was not Texas. Colorado, Illinois, Vermont, and Washington.
Wow.
Bills were introduced in 17 states.
Okay. And only those 4 were like, yeah, sure, we'll pass this one.
Yeah.
Colorado, I could see. Vermont's a little weird.
No, Vermont's pretty.
Are they pretty progressive?
They're not as Colorado, but yeah.
Okay. I don't spend a lot of time in Vermont.
Part of Illinois is. Washington definitely is.
Okay.
Colorado, Illinois, and Vermont are created task force or commissions to study AI.
Task force, huh? Wow.
So that means like there's a division solely focused
Yeah.
on how do we combat it, investigate it, authenticate it.
Right. Get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Really,
It's
ahead of the
really
game.
crazy the things you could do with this.
Yeah.
What if you had, I'm just going to go with somebody who's a who's a famous person that's into conspiracies.
Jesse Ventura.
Exactly the name I was going. You could have Jesse Ventura, AI, saying none of that stuff was real. I made the whole thing up. I almost just threw my mark. I made the whole thing up.
Right.
And people be like, what?
Right.
How about Alex, what's his name?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. You could AI him being like, you know what? I think Obama was awesome.
Yeah.
I was so wrong.
Really, you could have anyone's voice, just anyone's voice, and have them say anything you want.
I can't remember if it's 20 seconds
Manipulate.
or 2 minutes. Or is it 20 words or 2 minutes? I can't remember. But you only need a short duration to create anything. A short duration.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We run our mouths for 20 minutes at a time sometimes. You could ruin not just somebody, you could ruin multiple people because you ruin a Bob Smith.
Right.
They have children that go to school and will be teased for it. They have partners that maybe are involved with charities or their church or other things in their community whose lives could be ruined.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nope. You literally have to go with, well, I can't control what happens to me. I can only control my response, which feels not fair. Because there are, again, no laws and no legislation being proposed, at least in this state,
right,
to try and combat that, which is insane.
I wonder if there's a way to like track the IP address to find out where this deep fake video was created and kind of go from there. Because let's just say, somebody makes one for the governor of Vermont and, they depict him having sex with a minor, right? And he's like, that's not me. And we've got to battle it. You got to figure it out how to, is there like the task force or whatever, trace back the IP and be like, okay, well, this came from an IP address in Montana. And
but if
then
it's-
discredit it that way.
But if it's not illegal,
right. What's the matter? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And somebody texted in, how is this a conspiracy theory? BS. Because here's where the conspiracy is if you're all the, black helicopter people, if you think your government can control you now,
just wait.
They can do anything. They can do it about the other party, right? To make you believe even more in your values for the party you believe in.
Right.
That's a conspiracy.
We have somebody make a video of the president, declaring war on China, and it's like, oh, that wasn't me. I didn't do it. Well, now we're in World War III.
So this is great. Governments are 10 to 20 years behind on technology, laws, programs, software, all of it. When the people running the government were born during the days of the party line, it's really hard to get them to catch up. This yet another reason that retirement age should be required in government. Yes, or you could go things with they're ahead of technology because they have things like stealth radars that no one knew about. I hear you. The guys who make the internet website to sign up for XYZ, sure. But don't think there's not a research division. Don't think there's not a division that does technology war.
Oh, for sure there is, man.
Mr. Deepfake site puts celebrity faces on porn scenes. If you want to see Gal Gadot do you a favor or anyone like that, that's where you look.
Alrighty then.
Yes, there's 100% way to debunk the fakes. That's why this state isn't wasting time on it. There's 100%? 100%. And here's the thing. It doesn't even matter if you can debunk it.
Right.
I've told the story before. I had a friend. He was a teacher. He got charged with assault and assault on minors, his children, and he lost his job, changed his life forever. He spiraled. They dropped the charges. It doesn't have to be true.
Right. Because, I mean, even though you prove it, it's still in the public's eye.
Yeah.
That he did. Yep.
If every governor of every state had a deep fake made about them, bet your sweet ass legislation would be looked at. It happens. It has to happen in their world for them to care. Of course. That's what I'm saying. Don't do it to our governor. Don't.
Right.
It's not smart. You will get in trouble.
Yeah.
But the idea of it not being a conspiracy, that's what they want you to think.
It's the conspiracy behind the conspiracy.
If they want to shut it down, they will. Right? If they don't want it around, if they think it's truly bad, like gas stoves,
yeah,
they'll do something. First of all, that never happened. You can buy a gas stove.
Right.
For now.
Sure. Well, they
tried.
try and take it from my cold, dead hands.
Yep. That and the keys to my car.
Yeah.
My gasoline
but
car.
The point being is that if they want to do something, they will try. And they're not. That means they're in on it.
I'm thinking in a courtroom. Well, you said that you weren't on the phone call, but what about listen to this audio? We have your voice right here.
Yeah, but if you do it in a courtroom and you know it's fake and you present it as truth, that ain't okay. You get in trouble for that too. Doesn't even have to be illegal.
Yeah, but how many people lie under oath?
A lot. And the ones that get caught, what happens?
Well,
they go to jail.
When they catch them, they get in a lot of trouble, don't they? You can look it up. It's a rabbit hole. I just think the idea of AI is terrifying.
Yeah.
Because again, it doesn't have to be true. Right now, there are things floating around that aren't true 100%, without 100%. Kitty litter boxes in schools and people bit. And if you text me and say you believe it, I'm blocking you because you're dumb.
If I see one, I'm going to use it.
A kitty litter?
Yes. If
Sure.
I see one.
All right, we got to take a break and we'll be back.
You're listening to the Big Mad Morning Show. This is Tulsa's Morning.
But for them to enter, they were following him. They had a guy that thought was a suspect. They were following him. And they're like, hey, wait a minute. Is he got to go? We got to go now.
Man.
Officer, Sergeant, we got to go. We got to go. What's happening? You're just supposed to watch him. No, man, he's got a mask and a gun. We think he's going to kill right now.
Well, it would suck if they, got the wrong person. and it was just some guy,
It's
maybe
possible.
dressing up for like a early Halloween party or
A prank or something.
a prank or something
Yeah.
like that. And
It's kind of a weird prank to put a gun in your pocket.
No kidding.
it is
It's
California, and there are serial killers on the loose, Corbin.
Sure.
I'm
How
just
crazy
saying.
would it be if they didn't catch him, but this was a different serial killer?
Oh my God! Right? Totally caught a different killer by accident.
They didn't know.
Meanwhile, you still got this guy over here.
Right.
So we'll find out in the next couple of weeks.
Right. They have to quell nervousness.
Mm-hmm.
So can you? They would have to come out and go, "We didn't get him. This isn't the guy, dude."
Oh my God!
Poof. People would lose their ass.
Oh yeah.
They would get overly anxious.
Yeah. Because just when you thought there was one roaming around, we'll come to find out now you got two of them roaming around.
Or if it's
And
a
you got
partner.
one, and this other one's still on the loose. Well, how many goddamn serial killers are out there just roaming around?
Or they announced that he can go. He can go free.
Right. Yeah.
What if you were wronging that guy and it was not? He's not a serial killer.
Uh-huh.
Or oh my gosh, he is a serial killer, and you're like, I know him. We got in an argument over the rice-a-roni.
I consider myself lucky then.
Comes into my diner. I serve him coffee every day.
Totally going to be those people. There are plenty of times I've been out on a lake and we stop, against a rock or whatever. Excuse me. And people get out and climb and then jump while we're waiting. I'm like, you're crazy.
Even just that water enema. No thanks. The water going up, that hurts.
I don't
Does
think
that
that's
happen?
ever actually
Yes.
physically happened to
I don't
me.
know if that's a thing.
I've jumped off of a lot of things and into some bodies of water, but that thing's pretty well watertight.
It's painful.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever heard this happen. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So you've jumped and received a rather substantial amount of water into your body.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It happened when we went to Skytook and we jumped off of the little cliffs, and it happened to my husband, and he said it was very painful. It happened to me when I jumped, and then when I landed, I got the biggest welt and bruise on the side of my leg.
Well,
and
what
all
does
the
that
way
have
up
to do
my
with the
hip.
water?
It all hurts.
So hitting the water hurts.
Yes.
Okay, you know what an enema is, right?
Yes.
What is an
And
enema?
that-
I
when
need to
the water
hold
shoots up?
on.
Yes.
What is an
The
enema?
water entering
Your butt.
your butt. Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because you're talking about a couple different things,
Mhm.
and I just want to make sure we're understanding your story correctly. Because you're talking about bruises and the water hurts when you hit it. That I'll agree with 100%.
Yes.
But an enema, water entering your butt,
Uh-huh.
that's a new story to me. I've never heard of such a thing. And you're saying, you and your husband, this has happened to you.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Hit the water just right. That's what happens.
Are you sitting as you jump into the water
Yeah, right.
and pushing out?
You land just yes, exactly.
Yeah, but come on. Unless you're, jumping with your cheeks spread open, there ain't no way. And even then, it just ain't gonna happen. That thing's watertight for a reason.
That's what it feels like. It hurts.
I saw a Dallas Cowboy fan video from the other night when they lost,
Mm-hmm.
and he threw something, broke his TV, started punching his TV. It fell down, pulled out his gun, and started shooting the TV.
Oh my goodness.
And here's the thing about all that. They
It's
still
a
lost.
fucking-
It didn't change anything.
No. So now you're out of television.
Yeah.
And you discharged a weapon in city limits.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a charge in itself right there.
You're at a friend's house.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I know you're
I love
not a
it.
huge football fan,
Yeah.
but you watch football.
Yeah, I'll go over there, hang out, drink some beers.
Your
smoke
girl
pot.
loves
Yeah,
football.
she loves it. Yes. I like it.
And matter of fact, Gimpy initiated a text to tease me
Yeah.
about the Chiefs game
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. I can take it.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that.
It's just unexpected coming from me.
Yeah, not normal.
Yeah.
But still awesome.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, come over, watch the game.
Okay, bet, man.
We watch the game.
Yeah,
We got
man.
beers, whatever. We're having fun. The game goes south. Patrick Mahomes chokes. Ooh, wish he did.
He did. He threw that
He
ball
chucked.
right at that
He
fool,
chucked.
too.
He pushed a pass. Anyway, I digress. And he throws the interception. I chuck my beer at the TV. I
Uh-huh.
start punching the TV.
Uh-huh.
You don't even know I'm packing. I pull out my gun and start
Yeah.
shooting the TV.
Uh-huh.
And I yell, son of a bitch.
Yeah. What's my next
Is it
plan of
safe to
action?
say you probably will not come back over to watch a football game at my house?
I'm definitely. Well, I might. Oh shoot!
Totally
no, I'm
care-
not
it's a
coming
pr-
back.
Yeah, it's a pretty
I'm not
extreme
coming
violent
back.
situation for
Yeah,
a guy
it
who's
is.
not
For
violent.
you. I was even to say, even if my best of friends did that, I'd be like, all right, I'll give you one more shot. If you pull out your gun a second time and start shooting a television over a goddamn football game, I am definitely never coming back. Not for football, not for Parcheesi, not for no goddamn
Yeah,
win, lose,
I
or
ain't
draw.
playing
none of
Monopoly
that.
with you,
Right.
bitch.
No, because I could be the television. I'm not taking that chance. I would give you one more opportunity, because you're not the guy that kind of, just flies off the handle like that. That's a one-off. If it
Feels
happens,
pretty violent.
if it happens again, I'm like, all right, something's going on. Now, I'll tell you this. You pull out your gun, you start shooting a television, I'm not going to be sticking around for much longer.
Right, the party is over.
Pretty much. Even
we're
if the
definitely-
game...
We're
at
not watching the
halftime-
second game.
No.
No.
I gotta go. I got to go vacuum my lawn. See you in the morning. No.
It's weird to see grown men get that angry about something they have no part in.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Of other grown men playing a kid's game, getting paid a king's ransom
Ain't that the
to
truth?
get that mad. And I'm not saying you're not invested and you can't be a fan,
Mhm.
right? I get it. It's been your team forever.
Right.
You've been there for the ups and downs. But getting mad, I'll accept throwing a beer.
Sure.
That I'm like, yeah, emotions get the best of you.
Yeah, heat of the moment. Sure, why not?
You threw a beer, walked 10 feet,
Yeah.
punched a television multiple times. Then it fell. You then made a movement towards your waist, knowing what was there,
Right.
unholstered
Uh-huh.
or unwaistbanded, I guess,
All right.
Mhm.
and then fired not once, not twice, not 3 times, multiple shots. You had plenty of chances as an adult to control your emotions.
Yeah.
There is no way this individual that I saw in that video does not beat his wife.
Oh,
Exactly.
Has to, man.
That is, your ass is out of here. Go stay in a hotel.
I think, okay, I love your thought. When do you do that?
When do you tell him to leave?
Oh, as soon as he punches the TV, what are you thinking?
So you're going to try and yell at him while he's shooting the television? At what point, when someone's acting that way, do you intercept, Lindsay?
Yeah, because clearly this isn't the first time. This isn't the first outburst.
They just got boxes of TVs lying around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right. That kid fell off
especially
the
as
truck.
especially as a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, this clearly wasn't the first time. So before that's happened, you would do
We're
it.
talking about this
So-
instant. No, we're talking about this instance. Okay, he punches the TV. He shoots it. At what point do you engage with him and say, "We're done. You're out of here"?
Is she a friend or is she the old lady?
Old lady.
Okay. All right. I like that.
I suppose after he emptied.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. (918-460-KMOD). You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Little Bigfoot conspiracy. Back in 1963, a group of children at a campground were playing on the playground when they noticed a god-awful smell.
That's funny.
And so they, trailing the smell, a mixture of rotting deer carcasses and skunks, the kids ended up coming face to face with Bigfoot. According to one of the witnesses, we were all playing and having fun with a bunch of people at the campground. A bunch of the kids were roughhousing and playing, making a lot of noise when we all took notice of the terrible stench. It smelled like a carcass of rotting deer and skunk combined. It really stunk. We looked around to see where the smell was coming from, and there at the edge of the tree line stood a huge ape that was here in Garberville, where the campground was, recognized immediately as a Sasquatch. He had been standing there watching the children hard at play. He never made any attempt to come to the campground any further. He just stood there watching all the activity on the playground. At the nearest, the Bigfoot was about 50 feet away from the closest child. He was brown, hairy, and stood at least 8 feet tall.
Damn, that's a big bitch.
This is known as the 1963 Mendocino County Bigfoot Encounter, which is considered a Class A sighting, where right now you're all learning there are different classifications of sightings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A Class A reports involve clear sightings in circumstances where misinterpretation or misidentification of other animals can be ruled out with great confidence.
Uh-huh.
There have been 12 more officially recorded Bigfoot sightings in that county since 1963, 6 of which are also categorized as Class A. One of those, where several sheep were killed and mutilated, happened just 3 years later.
Sure, it just wasn't like some hairy homeless man and a pair of I don't know, platforms wandering into the woods.
Yeah.
It's possible. Hasn't taken a bath in God knows how long, so he smells like rotting deer carcass. Maybe just got done smoking some good weed. That's why he smells like skunk, and he's just sitting there staring at your children.
Right. Plotting.
Yeah, right? That's Bigfoot. It has to be a Bigfoot.
Well, going something like this. The hell is all this?
Right?
Right?
There I was, minding my own business.
One of the things I always am fascinated with on Bigfoot claims is how it never there's no scaring. Like, it's not scared.
Oh, like Bigfoot isn't scared.
Yeah. Elephants get scared.
Yes.
Right.
Giraffes get scared.
Everything gets scared. A deer looks at your car, freezes.
Right. And scaring doesn't have to mean run and scream like a little girl or a little boy. No, it can be attack.
Yeah.
Paralyzed with fear.
Yes. And maybe that's what they're saying this one was. He was such a shock of watching kids play kick the can. Or Simon Says in 1963.
Right.
That he was either like going, this is fun, or oh my Lord, what is all this? Or something along the lines of
maybe
Tim
he's
Allen?
sitting there watching all those kids and he's like, I never had a childhood. I could never play because, I'm the only Sasquatch around. I never had other Sasquatch friends to play with. So he's sitting there watching these kids as they play, and he's really just going back to the memories of his life about how he was abandoned as a child. His dad was around for a little bit, but he never came back. And then mom, she was cool breastfeeding him for a little while, but that got old. So she went out to go get some food, and she was hunted down by hunters. And he watched his mom get her head blown off right in front of her. And then he had to learn how to live on his own and raise himself from the ripe old age of a 5-year-old Sasquatch. So now he's like, I wish I could go back in time.
Yeah. He was always warned to stay out of the public's eye.
Right. I mean, it could be somebody who suffers from hypertrichosis.
Oh, yeah. It's like the werewolf syndrome.
Yeah. And acromology or whatever that is, where you grow super tall.
That is not out of the realm of possibility.
It's probably more likely.
Absolutely. You got two freaks together, right? Think the world.
We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah.
It's okay. He stays in the house, in the wall.
Yeah. Same thing with you. Yeah.
Right. So it's possible that these two freakazoids escaped, Barnum and Bailey and ended up falling in love, had a baby, and now they've got an 8-foot hairy son. Yeah, or daughter, whatever. And that's what we have been, that's what they have been seeing and thinking is Sasquatch. It's possible.
But don't you think, though, that if this Sasquatch saw these kids playing and everything, don't you think he would be angry and want to kind of destroy their happy time?
Because
if he saw his mom
pissed off all the time?
Why is he so violent?
If he saw his mom get murdered by poachers,
he's not Batman.
He'd be upset.
He doesn't have a
like
utility
Gimpy said,
belt.
he saw his mom get attacked and her head blown off. Then he'd be mad
Maybe.
and want
Not
revenge
or sad. He's not Batman.
Right. And maybe he just takes his aggression out on hunters, right? People with guns, right? People in flannel and bright orange vests and wear the Elmer Fudd hat. And that's why, he doesn't go after the children because he's a very, very compassionate, animal, man, person thing. So he's like, I'm not going to mess with the kids.
People go into the woods and never come out, right? Look up the story of Marvin Clark.
Oh, Marvin.
He went missing in 1926, right? They found him in 1986 living in a wooded area.
Probably smelled like dead, rotting deer carcass and skunk.
Yeah, it was his remains they found, but they found him they think he'd been there like 35 years. Like he'd been there a long time.
Been a while.
Yeah, when they found his remains. You can live people, Gimpy, I joke Gimpy says this, and maybe they got tired of their ass.
Yeah.
Right? That does happen.
It does.
Usually it's not a violent way that Gimpy usually takes it. He's just like, I'm checking out.
I'm done.
Peace.
I'm going to go live in the woods. Screw you guys.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
What's the movie 25th Hour with Ed Norton? Great Spike Lee movie about him getting in trouble for drugs and Ed Norton's character and going to prison, right? And on the night before prison, his dad is like, what if we go do this? And paints this whole scenario about how he'll go and he'll take him somewhere and he'll drop him off and, use cash, change your name, change your appearance.
Right.
Go and live unknown. Be a recluse. And then one day send for your girl. Right. And then whatever. People do that sometimes.
Right.
Super rare. Happens though. That is probably more likely that it's some person than it is this mysterious animal that eludes us forever.
And you can only get blurry pictures of them.
The amount of deer cameras that exist and the way deer cameras work now, it's shocking we don't have better video.
Oh, yeah.
No, he can see the infrared. Oh, yeah? Can he sense battery technology?
Well, yeah. We're dealing with aliens here. No, we're dealing with Bigfoot.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
There's a theory I don't think anybody's... Boom, it just hit me.
Lay it down.
Bigfoot is an alien. Bigfoot comes from a different planet. Bigfoot had a bunch of people here. All right.
Space is cold. You need fur.
Right. So he's like, hey, let's go to this place down here, see what's going on. Maybe we can make this our new home. All right. So the whole family gets into the spaceship. They travel here to Earth and they land in Yellowstone National Park or whatever. All right. They get spooked off by some hunters. Meanwhile, young Sasquatch is off playing in the creek because you know how kids are. They get bored easily. So instead of touring the forest with the rest of the family, they're down there playing and splashing around in the creek. Well, then the family gets crossed by hunters, and then the hunters chase after them. The family they get into their spaceship, and boom, they are back to Bigfoot planet. Meanwhile, the young one that was playing in the creek is now left behind. Now he has to live into the woods. I know what you're thinking. That sounds an awful lot like E.T., but here's the thing, man. E.T. got to go into a home, and he got to live in the home. This Bigfoot is stuck living in the woods, having to fend for himself for the rest of his life.
Remember the TV show The 100?
Yes.
For those who don't know, it's a post-apocalyptic show where they send they're criminals, right? They're kid degenerates, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And they put them on a spaceship and send them to a planet to see if it's inhabitable.
They sent them to Earth, as a matter of fact, because Earth was
back to Earth.
Back to Earth because it was covered with radiation. And they're like, after 100 years or whatever, we can send you guys back down there and see if it's inhabitable. And if it is, cool, y'all are off the hook. And if not, well, you're dead and nobody cares anyway.
And if there's like a Lord of the Flies thing that happens and all this. But the point being is maybe that's what this Bigfoot is. I like that angle, Gimpy, that they're like, we don't know. Send the worst people that don't know anything or how to survive.
Yeah.
And they got here and they're like, this place sucks.
And
they put some in Oklahoma, some in Oregon, some in California, some in Russia, some in
these.
That feels more logical than a mysterious animal that we have no way to track or know anything about.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
We just solved it, man. Right.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Big
In those signs.
My wife finally is getting rid of the gather sign in our dining room. I have no idea where we're going to eat.
What's her reason for getting rid of it? She's just like, all right,
I think I've pushed the button enough.
Fine, we'll take it down. Why are you in such a bad mood?
People come over, or my girls will go, where are we eating dinner tonight? I'm like, just fine.
Right? Tell you where to go.
Yeah.
I totally thought you were like, I have no idea why. I have no idea where we're going to eat.
Right, because the sign says gather.
I love it.
And it's a play on like, hey, we're family.
I know.
Okay.
This is
Trying
awesome.
to help you. For your situational awareness. I don't.
No.
No, seems like a lot.
Another one that is a button. Calm down.
Yes.
Calm down is a move someone says to try and like establish alpha.
Right. Dominance.
Yeah.
Instead of peeing on their leg or whatever.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
This line. I work hard. When I hear this line, I just laugh inside. Because if you have to announce you
Right.
work hard, you don't.
A king that has to say he is king is no king.
Right.
Game of Thrones.
You are insecure in your hard work ethic
Right.
that you must pronounce to the world that you do.
Uh-huh.
Well, then your actions should reflect that, right? I reject the premise of that question. If you said that to me, I'd probably laugh.
Mhm.
Get out of here with that.
Gimpy and I laugh about this one all the time. If I were you,
You should just.
you should just as a variation of
right
that.
along the same line.
You
yes.
need to.
This is another one I love. Threat to our democracy.
Oh, good Lord.
Must be nice. Like, must be nice.
Oh, I was
Must
thinking
be
of more like,
nice.
you must be nice.
No. Must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Are we there yet? You know, it must have been when I got my white New Balance that I realized how annoying that phrase is.
Yes, absolutely.
Dad mode, man. I can't stand that.
Mm,
Are we there yet? You'll know. How will I know? When I park the car.
right. And then you stop at the gas station to take a whiz, right? Because you've been on the road for 16 hours. Are we there yet? But you said we were there when you stopped the car. I got to piss. Shut up.
Knowing things people say. I'm the type of person.
Ugh,
Hear me out.
no.
Per my last email.
In other words, I ain't going to say it again.
No, meaning you didn't read it.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Do your own research.
Lazy is.
Because I said so. Sure.
Mm-hmm. That's a good dad answer right there. Well, why? Because I said so. That's why.
Right. But if you think about it, when you're trying to shape a young mind,
Mhm.
it gives no context. You don't learn from that.
And I'm
No.
so guilty of that.
Totally. Every
Mm.
parent is.
Absolutely.
It's an easy answer. If you're saying that, you're already frustrated.
Mhm. Exactly. And I even read an article
Oh, good.
years ago saying why you shouldn't say that to your kids. And just like you said, because you're shaping a young mind, it gives them no real reason as to why they shouldn't do this. You should give them a reason
Right.
behind why you're saying no.
It's an interpretation like a confrontation rather than understand.
Right.
I'm only saying what everyone's thinking.
Yeah, I've said that before.
Yeah, me same.
I like drama.
Hell yeah. Everybody says that.
And yet here we are.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lie.
Yeah. It's only said by those people who create the drama
Mhm.
or are involved in the drama.
Mhm.
Just giving you a hard time.
That means I'm an asshole, and I notice that I've hurt your feelings, so therefore I've got to smooth things over. I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah. That's just how I was raised. I hate this statement.
Right.
Because you can't evolve. We can't evolve as people.
No.
You can't want to break the cycle that happened to
Right.
you.
No.
I get it.
No. Those issues are deep rooted inside me.
Right. And therefore, everyone must be exposed to them.
Absolutely.
Because I was.
Mm-hmm.
3 charged in kidnapping extortion plot. 3 people have been arrested after torturing a man in a hotel room in Tennessee. It happened on the 21st of this month when police say 25-year-old Jessica Mortensen lured a 25-year-old man to a hotel room. Inside the room, 41-year-old Harry Kingham and 37-year-old Joshua Frazier forced the victim to remove his clothes, then held him at gunpoint while taking him to the bank to withdraw thousands of dollars. The victim was then thrown out of the car in his driveway.
Oh, damn.
All 3 suspects then returned to the hotel where the incident happened, where police found them.
Yeah, and you never go back to the scene. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
There's a drug involved, Lindsay. Can you guess what drug is involved?
Meth.
Yes.
Nothing good comes out of methamphetamine.
Nope.
Yeah, and apparently he made an arrangement because he knew this girl from high school,
Mhm.
and he made an arrangement for sex for $300, and the police were like, we're not charging him with solicitation. He's the victim here.
Mhm.
Right.
Even though he was participating in a crime, they knew he would fall for it.
Mhm.
They clearly took advantage of him being charged with. So I don't know if maybe he was somebody of some sort of brain disorder or
Okay.
on the spectrum or something that made him, according to the news report, gullible.
Okay, yeah. Maybe just one of those lonely dudes, and this was the hot chick in high school. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Megan
Mhm.
wants me now?
Yeah.
Well, Megan's, 45 right now and has got 6 kids and a drinking problem, but
Meth problem.
a meth problem. And but it's okay because he remembers teenage Megan. And he's like, well, I'm gonna get me some of that.
Yeah.
Finally, I get to touch my unicorn. And well, they left you naked in your driveway.
Yeah.
On the upside of that, at least they dumped him in his driveway and not, I don't know, traveling down the highway.
The police report said they threw him out of the car in his driveway with like a bag of garbage. That's what the report said.
Like a bag of garbage or with a bag of
Like
garbage?
a bag of garbage.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But he's alive and he is at his house.
All right. The proverbial question.
Uh-huh.
How many days off does he get after being kidnapped, tortured, thrown in his driveway like a bag of garbage? How many days off do you get from something like that? These are bonus days. You're not using vacation or sick days.
We're just going to go ahead and give you some time off to recoup.
Yeah, we as a company empathize with that crazy situation.
Mm-hmm.
You get some days off to recover. That happened on a Friday, the 21st of last Friday. Lindsay.
So, does he have wounds? Like when we say he's tortured,
Irrelevant.
Let's not ask questions.
we'll give him.
How many days does he get off? He's been robbed. He's been abused.
Tortured, kidnapped, robbed, trust defiled.
Mm-hmm.
How many days?
I want to give him 2 weeks,
Okay. Because
especially if he's got wounds on him. I want to let him heal up. You know what I mean? Like if he's got some bruising on his face, things
bruising's
like that.
3 days.
Bruising isn't going to cause anybody else at work to get, some kind of infectious disease if he has one.
Oh, that's true. I'll stick with
2
2
weeks. Okay. Gimpy.
Good Lord, that's a lot of 2 days. 2 days. That happened on a Friday. You get Saturday, Sunday. I'll give you Monday and Tuesday. You bring your ass back to work on Wednesday. And if you've got gashes all over yourself, put some goddamn butterfly stitches on that thing and get your ass back to work.
Take as long as you need. You're damaged goods now. If I get you back, you're hardly going to be the person. Whether you get 2 weeks or you're back on Monday, it's going to take a week for you to quell the office chatter.
Right.
So you're damaged goods. You're not coming back the same person.
Oh, no.
You're not going to remember whatever project you were working on. Forget about it.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll do the right thing. Take as long as you want, but let's start hiring the replacement.
Oh, okay.
He's done.
Okay.
You're done.
What if he comes back from work, right, after his week, 2 weeks, however long he needs, and things are a little shaky there for, let's just say, like a week? That seems natural. But everything's back to normal that week after. Are you still firing that guy?
I didn't say fire.
Well, what are you going to do? How else are you going to get rid? You going to lay him off?
You let life go. 918-460-KMOD is the phone number. You can also text BMMS, and then what you want to say to 82945. Coming up, we have our top 5 songs. I'm sorry, top list. And today it's top 5 Super Bowl snacks. I'm hoping we can get into some specificities, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But first, we got to see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
49ers rookie quarterback Brock Purdy is undergoing elbow surgery later on this month. ESPN reports Purdy will have surgery to repair a torn UCL in his right elbow on February 22nd. The 23-year-old QB was injured in San Francisco's 31-7 loss to the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Purdy is expected to recover in about 6 months, which will be in time for 49ers training camp. While the UCL injury is common, one for baseball pitchers, Purdy won't be undergoing Tommy John surgery and is set to have a surgical UCL repair augmented with an internal brace. Patrick Mahomes is going to enjoy a cold one with a side of foot sweat if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl on Sunday, because the KC star said he'll chug a beer right out of Cooper Manning's boot if they get the win over the Eagles. The quarterback made the promise to the oldest Manning brother during a fun interview at Super Bowl week's opening night after Cooper had asked him a series of questions about cowboy boots. Eventually, Mahomes said as long as Cooper joined him in the beer guzzling, he'd drink one down out of the footwear, no problem. Post Super Bowl, if you bring that thing there and we get the win, Mahomes said, I'll drink the beer out of the boot with you. Of course, the 27-year-old signal caller had a couple of caveats. Number one, it's got to be a Coors Light.
Because they pay him.
And number two, you have to make sure you wash your socks before we do it.
Oh, hell no. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't be a bitch about it. I get it. You got to have your brand because they pay you for it or whatever. But just do it. Oh, you got to clean your feet first.
You just said wear clean socks.
It doesn't matter. Don't be a bitch. Come on.
Sure.
Come
Sure.
on. What's a little bit of foot sweat between you and a friend?
Isn't it a rugby thing where they, it's like initiation when you're a new member or something on a team? They make you drink a beer out of the shoe or a boot. I think they do that in rugby.
Listen to the stat about Patrick Mahomes. If he wins, if he wins on Sunday, he will be in this class of people: Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Troy Aikman, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, John Elway, Roger Staubach, Bob Greasy, Bart Starr, and Jim Plunkett. Those are all QBs with multiple Super Bowl wins.
Ooh.
Eli Manning's in there?
Yeah, Giants.
Yeah. Okay.
Duh.
I didn't realize.
Lindsay.
He ruined Tom Brady more than once.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, people are talking about how whatever anti-Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
He's going to be in a pretty exclusive group.
Absolutely.
That has their names thrown around of being some of the best.
Right.
Wow. And that is your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste.
Not having enough fiber in your diet? That you end up stealing crap from your neighbors so you can meet your quota to the government.
What has this
Thou shalt
world
not steal
come
my
to?
neighbor's crap.
What's that, Gimpy?
So what does this world come to, man?
So when you talk about how unfair it is, just keep in mind, you're not having to steal your neighbor's crap, literally. I don't know what I would do. I got to keep. So like I do all the grocery shopping, right? I do the majority of cooking.
Right.
Because my schedule allows for that to happen.
Yeah.
So that means if the crap quota was a thing here, that would be on my list of things I got to take care of.
Absolutely. All right. So I got to go to the grocery store at 12:30. I've got a doctor's appointment and then pick up the dry cleaning. Oh, and I've got to take 4 craps today. Oh, big ones too, because, I was light yesterday.
Hey, little Sally flushed. She can't be flushing.
Mm-hmm.
We are so close to this month's quota.
Yeah. You have to keep track of whenever anyone in your family goes poo. You got to collect it for your kids and your wife.
You want to guess what the average household quota a year is of crap in this country?
Oof. I'm going. Go, Lindsay, go ahead.
Like pounds?
Yeah.
Billion pounds?
$1 billion in a household.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
in a household. I'll go.
That's
let's
a lot
go
of
with.
duty.
Let's go with 100 pounds.
Okay. Gimpy.
I was going to say 50 pounds, I think is a good quota for your family to poop.
220 pounds a year in a household. Now, these are people that are able to do that, right? So if you have somebody who's, they don't go, oh, sorry,
So-
they're on a colostomy bag.
It's a sliding scale, essentially.
Of course, it's an average.
Yeah.
Right. If you have only 2 people in a house compared to the house of 6, I think the scale is going to be a little different.
This article say like how they reach that number on weight and diet and obviously household members, how many people you have in your house.
Sure. It's going to, by the number of people,
Okay.
depend how much your
So
quota
it's
is.
strictly on the number of people
Yeah.
that judges how much you need to craft
course.
for this. Okay.
Yeah. What I said was the average.
Right. I was just thinking like, well, they look at a family of 6 and they're like, all right, well, you guys eat X amount a week. So therefore you should be producing X amount of excrement a week. So your quota is X. But I didn't know how it worked out. I guess it's just like you got 6 people. You can make this much poop.
Yeah. You should be able to make this much poop.
Should be able to.
And if not, see your doctor.
The idea that would be a stress in your life.
Yes. What does stress do?
Right.
Stress
binds you up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
Would you rather, Gimpy, pay taxes or have to collect poop? Your family's poop.
Pay taxes.
Amen.
Pay taxes, man. I am
Lindsay?
not. Oh.
I think I'd rather collect poop and use it for fertilizer than pay taxes.
You say that the first day.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
You may even say that the second day. But when you're on, let's just say month 6 of collecting your family's excrement.
I think it's worse than that. The first day the first month, you're not going to meet the quota.
Right. Oh my God. Oh, we can't go too far into this, but things are different for everybody.
Yeah,
and
everybody's
people
movements are different.
Everybody has different kinds. So let's just say you've got a bad flu one week. Flu will put you down for 4 days.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing solid about a flu.
Or how about this? You're on an antibiotic.
But you can't use that, right? Like it would have to be solid.
Listen, I didn't go deep into this. Sorry.
Right.
I didn't go to the ins and outs of every household and how many people and what antibiotics you were on and what did that have to do with it.
Yeah.
To me, the headline is enough.
Yeah. I'm assuming they just want the solid stuff. And I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, they want a
Gimpy,
good turd.
You clean up after your ferrets. I clean the cat's litter box. I mean, it's not too much different.
It's completely different. One, you're trained by the animal. The other is
right. We're trained by our parents to do it in a receptacle.
Someone text in, put a colander over the toilet bowl.
Dude,
I'm not
problem solved.
pooping in the same thing that I strain my spaghetti noodles
No,
in.
you buy 2.
Yeah, but you got
got
to clean one, Lindsay. You got to clean one.
Oh, God. And then
Sure.
you get them mixed up because, they're both silver.
One's plastic.
No, plastic absorbs smells.
Gross.
Use that one for your
Yeah,
pasta.
we're getting off. We're getting too far.
Gross. Come on, man.
220 pounds. 220 pounds.
A month. Or is that a year?
A year.
Okay.
A year.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of fertilizer.
I get a bag of salt, and it's like 40-pound bag, right, for the water softener,
Mhm.
and so like 5 of the. That's a lot. I get it out of the trunk of the car, and I'm like, but to do that with my own feces, family's feces, is a whole other ball of wax. Amen, right?
Yeah.
When you think about the things that people go through in other countries, I'm like, can you imagine if somebody ran for office and they were like, hey, we're going to put down the national debt by harvesting our own fees? Listen to the math. There's this many number of us. We can sell it at this much. We'll have this debt wiped out in no time and have a surplus. You'll be sent a bag.
Right, a government bag. That is not the best bag ever. It kind of leaks every now and again.
Y'all couldn't wear a mask.
For real. You want me to crap in a bag every day? Ship it off.
Think about that. We
off.
couldn't get everybody on the same page.
Hey,
with the mask.
Hey, did you crap in your bag today, sir?
Look at that beta crapping in a bag.
Oh my goodness gracious. No, there's other options, man. There's other options. There are plenty of animals on this planet that we could be harvesting. Hey, we do harvest the dookie for fertilizer.
Yeah.
Why do we got to use our own? Is ours as the human?
Yeah.
Is the human sample that much superior?
I can give you an actual reason why.
Why is that?
Box checked. We need more.
There's not enough crap in this world, which is crap in itself. There's more crap in this world than we need.
Yeah. Most people don't know this. There is a whole subgenre of studying the human feces.
Right.
And to the point where they do fecal transplants,
right,
to make people healthy.
That was somebody's idea. That was like, guys, that was a meeting. That was a table, a long rectangular table, probably had lunch catered in. Okay. And I've got an idea.
Do the people that study fecal do lunch meetings? No,
probably not.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
And that office gives a whole new meaning to brown bag lunch. Hey, it's brown bag lunch meeting.
It's brown bag every day.
Brown bag. To me, yeah. Whew. I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
Someone was like, Dad,
yes,
I
son.
don't want to study engineering anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, what were you thinking about getting into for the rest of your life?
I know that it is
very important.
I know that it is a family thing to be into engineering, but I've got to change it. I've got to chase my own dreams. I don't want your life.
I get that, son. I get it. I was an engineer. Your grandpa was an engineer. His dad and grandpa were engineers. I mean, it just seems to fit, but I'm curious, what do you want to do? Let me help you.
Poopy scoop.
Excuse me?
Whoop de scoop de poop.
Did you just say poop?
Scoop de whoop.
And what are you going to do with this poop?
Poop de scoop de whoop.
You're going to scoop? You sure you don't want to be an engineer?
Poop.
Sure we can't guide you into some other field?
Whoop de scoop poop.
You could be a gynecologist if you want.
Poop.
Proctologist, it's close.
Poop.
If that's just what you want to do with your life, I mean, okay, good. I support you 100%.
Poop.
Yeah. Somebody's like, I'm going to be the best poop expert ever.
Yes, absolutely.
How was work today, honey?
Poop.
It was the best.
Do not. Because I don't know about you guys, but my wife has friends that she works with, and we go to dinners with them or whatever, and they talk about work. And I always set a little thing on my watch, and about 20 minutes in, I'm like, okay.
Like trying to get out of the conversation
No,
or change the conversation?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
We're not talking about
MOD.
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Lindsay?
Corbin, when you mentioned Marvin Clark going missing during conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah? What'd you
in
find?
the woods, he actually was found, but
they later discovered through DNA that it actually wasn't him.
Oh, no.
So he remains actually one of America's oldest active missing persons case
Okay.
to this day.
Gimpy?
Pretty sure he's dead. Just
Well,
saying.
yes,
that was a
he's dead.
long time ago. Hey, we made the announcement for our 50th anniversary concert, which is going down April 24th at the BOK Center. It's with Shinedown. How do you get your tickets? We'll hit up the website that rocks, KMOD.com.
Let's go ahead and do our top list. We do it every Thursday at this time.
It's time for Big Man Morning Show's top list. Random topics, randomly drawn with random results. Now here's Corbin, Gimpy, and Lindsay with this week's top list.
This week's top list is Super Bowl snacks.
Yeah.
Snacks. We're getting into the Super Bowl, which means lots of food. The second most food consumption day compared to Thanksgiving would be number one, right? Second behind Thanksgiving. So we thought it'd be perfect to name some things of top 5 things, Super Bowl snacks. You know, it's a little different with it being like a 5:30 kick,
Right.
because you're going to want like dinner. That's about dinner time.
Right.
It's not like watching it at noon or 3 o'clock where you kind of just graze.
Mm-hmm. You're making a meal out of these
I mean,
appetizers.
Yeah.
Essentially.
You show up to a party, you're expecting to eat. Number 5, what do you have, Lindsay?
Well, we're gonna have some cream cheese onion dip.
Cream cheese onion dip. Say more.
So it's I don't really have a name for it. My grandmother used to make this dip, and it is always a crowd favorite. And everyone in my house loves it. So it's made with cream cheese and yellow onion, grated. And basically, that's pretty much all you need in it.
It's a 2-ingredient dip.
Pretty much, that's all you need. I do like to church it up a little bit, and I will throw some chives in there.
What was the term?
Well. Church it up, make it a little fancier. I put
okay.
some chives in there for color.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe a little bit of salt and pepper, maybe.
How do you get the cream cheese to not be so hard to get out?
I'll use whipped cream cheese.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Or you can just set it
Just
on the
older.
counter for a while just so it softens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'll usually mix it all with a hand mixer.
Is there a chip preference that goes with that? Because you don't want to get a thin tortilla chip. I typically go with more of a Frito.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Frito
Ruffles would be
Scoops.
good, because they have ridges.
Okay. What, Lindsay?
Frito scoops is what I prefer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You could call it Shrek Spunk.
Huh?
Because
He's giving it a name.
Yes.
You said there's no name for it.
Exactly. Instead of a cream cheese onion dip, Shrek Spunk.
Okay. I don't know if
Because
I'll remember
Tastes
that.
like
though.
onions. And onions,
Yeah.
ogres eat onions.
No, that's true. Ogre dip.
Ogre dip.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
I like my name
Or
better.
oh good dip.
Mm.
We'll play on words, maybe.
Ogre.
Oh good dip.
Good dip.
Oh, good dip.
Yeah.
You eat it and you go, good dip.
Yeah, exactly.
Or ogre. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Number 4, a nacho bar. Set up with the crock pot, some ground beef, maybe side of guacamole, some queso and salsa, and then bag of chips.
Wow, this is really basic.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Nachos.
Yeah,
it's pretty simple.
basic. Yeah,
Okay.
easy. Number 3, wings. Some
Bone in, bone out.
bone in always.
Right.
Okay.
Because at that point, you're just eating chicken nuggets.
Exactly. And yeah. And I don't want chicken nuggets. We want wings.
Those poor baby chickens.
Yeah.
I like bone in, of course,
Uh-huh.
and boneless.
Yeah.
To me, they're just 2 different types of meals.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like people like you kind of frumped at it. Boneless, I think they're good. They're just not the same.
They're nuggets.
Yeah. If I
Definitely.
want a fried chicken with sauce on it, I'll get boneless.
Right. Because that's all it is, just breaded chicken chunks.
Yes.
No, I don't
Mhm.
like that. I would rather have a chicken nugget, an actual chicken nugget, because to me, the boneless is too much breading.
That's a true statement.
Yeah. And not enough chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The Target brand Market Pantry,
Yeah.
I think is what it's called.
Mhm.
They have a chicken nugget in their freezer section.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. It's perfect for the air fryer. It crisps up. It's hard, crunchy, right?
Okay.
I like the batter to chicken ratio that you guys mentioned, which is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the best, rather than like Tyson, because they always get soggy when you air fry. They're just weird.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a bear brand, BARE, Bear Chicken. It's from Costco. Comes in a white and green bag. Those make the best air fried chicken nuggets. So that was 3. Was wings, and we like ours.
How do you make your
well
sauce?
done. Usually I like barbecue, but Kevin doesn't like barbecue. He likes his more of a dry rub. So however he wants to do them, he can do.
We're getting
them.
off in the weeds a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not somebody who believes if you do wings and do them in barbecue sauce, you're eating wings.
Mm-hmm.
You're eating barbecue chicken at that point.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's true too.
I think it's got to be like a hot sauce, a lemon pepper, a garlic parm, something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Typically like a buffalo sauce or something.
Yeah. I know a lot of people like the dry rub. I don't like rub. That's not like for me.
Yeah.
It's too dry.
I'm more of a, you're right. Barbecue. That's more of a barbecue chicken. I like a sweet and spicy. So,
right. Because we already talking about barbecue
really
sauce. Like that's a whole other world.
Yeah. Because I don't really make any sauces.
What barbecue sauce do you use?
I'm not too. Head Country is mostly at our house.
A lot of people go to Head Country around here.
Mm-hmm.
They've really lost their zip, I found, Head Country. I used to be a huge Head Country fan, and it's just not the same anymore. There's something changed about it. I don't know. But I go with Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's, man.
You can't go wrong there.
Mm-hmm. And then number 2 is meatballs. Homemade meatballs. And I'll do half turkey, half beef, and cook those up and then throw them in the crock pot with some brown sugar, grape jelly, and chili sauce. And the kids love those. Delicious. And then
again, do you use the Head Country?
No, Heinz chili sauce.
No, I thought you said barbecue sauce.
No, Heinz chili sauce mixed with grape jelly and brown sugar. That's the sauce for the meatballs.
Very interesting. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Red
they have it at Walmart.
Lipstick. Oh,
lipstick barbecue sauce.
Write that down before I forget. Is it a spice?
Varieties.
Okay.
Redneck lipstick. Number 1 is grilled duck breasts stuffed with mushroom, cream cheese, and jalapenos.
Yeah.
Wrapped in bacon.
Very bougie.
Yes. Yep.
So we got them.
Sounds very fancy.
Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, we're not so much on snacking because, I mean, it's House of Stews.
I'm being honest. If I went to them and they had duck, I'd be like, what's happening? It's just so out of character.
Like to eat.
Over here we have a gray poupon next
to
the duck.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know if that should be wasted on me.
Duck breast.
Yeah.
Get the duck out of here.
Top list, we're doing Super Bowl snacks. Gimpy, number 5.
Number 5, quick and easy, pig in a blanket, man. You get some of those Bar S hot dogs. They only cost you 99 cents. And then a roll or 2 of the Pillsbury crescent rolls. Put them in the oven. Boom. And you can be a hog and have a whole one to yourself, or 2 or 3 or 6. Or you can, slice them up. Make them bite size because we're doing snacks. So, number 5. I mean, honestly, that's a meal for me sometimes, just in itself. Pig in a blanket, some macaroni and cheese, can't go wrong. And number 4, pulled pork sliders. Man, you get you a pork roast, you stick that some bitch in the crock pot when you get up in the morning and you just let it cook all day and you pull it apart and then you slather it with barbecue sauce of your choice and let that cook a little bit more. And then the sweet Hawaiian rolls that go with it. Maybe a little bit of cheese on top, if you're into that sort of thing. Number 3, mine are all super. I'm not fancy and duck face over here. Okay.
Duck face.
I'm just saying.
Strays.
Mine's pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty poor man food. Okay. Number 3 here is the Rotel with the chorizo. That's as fancy as it gets for me. I don't mind using a sage or a country sausage or something to that effect, or even beef. But something about a tube of spicy chorizo when your melted cheese just makes it that much better. Yeah.
That's not fancy. Did you say that's fancy?
Yeah. It's
compared to the other
chorizo and Rotel is fancy.
I mean,
putting duck in your Rotel's fancy.
You wouldn't waste duck on that.
That tube of chorizo, I can't do, man.
Really?
It's so gross. I got to do like the Johnsonville or whatever they have in the. counter. I
Okay.
can't do that tube. It's so greasy.
Yeah, that is a downfall to it, but I'm one of those, the greasier the better, you know. When it comes to taco night at the house, I don't drain the grease off of it. I just put the taco seasoning in there, mix it all up, and you get the nice orange juiciness just oozing out of
your hand as you
yeah, and it's dribbling down. And yeah, it's good stuff. Number 2 is a good 7-layer dip. I don't think I've ever had a bad 7-layer dip. To be honest with you, it's all the same, 7 layers. Difference.
What are
in
the 7,
product.
Gimpy?
You got refried beans, olives.
Right, olives counts. Yeah,
olives counts. You've got the beans, the sour cream, the salsa of your choice, olives, guacamole, and I'm sure there's one in there that I'm missing.
Cheese.
2
Cheese.
sour cream and cheese.
I said sour cream.
To me,
Yeah.
7-layer
Cheese.
dip. It's the only thing I've never been like, hold on.
Mm.
Right.
You could probably make it a 5 or maybe a 6-layer dip and be okay with it.
It's like a 5-cheese pasta or a 5-cheese pizza. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But I'm like, sure, it tastes
Mhm.
delicious.
Mhm. And number
Chip. What's your chip you use on that? That's an important question.
it's just Tostinos, whatever.
Any chip.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's got
Can't be reckless, man. Come on.
It's got to be a tortilla chip.
Really irresponsible. I know, but
Mhm.
if you do like the thin ones, they always break. And then you got
Mhm.
somebody sticking their stupid greasy digits in there.
Yeah, that's why you spoon it out. And if you find somebody who's dipping their fingers in your 7 layers, you whack them with a wooden spoon. That's what my mom would do. Whack, keep your grunions out of there, you nasty. Anyway, number 1, shark bites, bro. You can't go wrong. Jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese, wrapped in bacon, put in the air fryer to be crisped up to perfection.
Mm.
That's it. That's all you need right there, man. I eat those all the time. There used to be places that would go around town, like into the bars and whatnot. It's about midnight or so. And hey, we got these foods with some shark bites, you know, and they hand you a metal pie pan of shark bites and just, go to town.
How much do they sell that for?
That was like $7.
Like you just buy from somebody just walking around selling
Yeah.
food?
Yeah, man. They bring in like a
Hell's
pizza
no.
bag.
Awesome.
A pizza
Hell's no.
bag, you know, it's all heated and stuff and stays warm on the inside, man.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Listen, at midnight after you've ate gym and Red Bulls, you don't give a damn. You don't care at all.
Do you tip that person? We're doing top list
No.
Super Bowl snacks. And my number 5, fried pickles. I love fried pickles. There are a couple brands out there that are really good. I think it's called Morning Harvest, if I remember correctly.
Morning Harvest, Morning Star, something
Morning
like that.
Star, something
Mhm.
like that. They have the best breaded pickles. They're nice and spicy and do a little ranch with some sour cream in it. I'm sorry, some ranch with some Franks in it to make it spicy. Delish. Number 4, pretzel bites. Hear me out. I think when you're eating, you want to be able a football game, especially at someone's house, you don't want it to be super messy.
Mhm.
Because then your hands are messy, and then you're like, do you have a napkin? Where's the napkin? And then you
Right.
might touch the
Yeah.
spill it, whatever. No. Clean is where it's at for me on this. So pretzel bites are that. Super easy to do.
Mhm.
You can buy a dough ball from wherever, or you buy frozen dinner rolls, the dough balls.
Mhm.
Let them thaw. You cut them into pieces, boil them in water, put them in the oven. They brown up, look just like pretzels. Put whatever you want on it. Garlic Parmesan, Cajun spice,
Mm.
salt, butter, whatever.
Okay.
They are amazing.
Okay.
Do you make a beer cheese for them?
Cheese. Here's the problem with beer cheese. Huh?
It's just
Just give me, again, it's like 5 cheese. Just give me cheese. I'm more of a mustard guy with my pretzels.
Okay.
Number 3, wings. Boneless or otherwise, don't care. I typically do blue cheese with mine.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like ordering them and then bringing them home. I know a lot of places people do that for the game this weekend.
Yeah.
They'll get like a Wingstop, get a big platter, take it home. They just don't travel well.
Right. You get all soggy because of the steam.
Yeah, they just don't travel well. So making them on my own, if I'm going through the work, I ain't sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going to make a gazillion for everybody coming over.
Right.
Pretty much 10 is my limit to make for everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's me. Number 2, chips and queso.
Yeah, for sure.
You can insert chip and dip, whatever,
Mhm.
but I'm partial to doing white American cheese slices and garlic, cumin, and can of diced jalapenos, some milk, salt. That's it. Best white queso. Adding a chorizo, adding a sausage, ground pork, whatever it is I got around to add to it.
Protein or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. And thin chips.
Okay.
Thin chips. There's a brown bag. I forget the name of it. It's in Spanish. It's some Spanish name. I don't know. Those are good. Last July is a pretty good chip.
Okay.
Their white corn chip is pretty good.
Does that brown bag have the window on the front of it? Clear window you can see?
There's a couple that have the
Okay.
it starts with an X, if I remember correctly. It's a pretty good chip. And then number one for me is probably, I think it's one of the more versatile tailgate foods or snack foods or party foods. And I think that there are a couple variations to do it. I tend to like the tea tree roll with the flour on the top. I've done it with the Hawaiian rolls that are always so good, but you can do chicken on it. You can do barbecue on it. You can do mini hamburgers on it. You can do blackened shrimp. And that's sliders, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sliders are awesome.
Can't go wrong, man.
Anytime you have a slider, people are like, this is awesome. And the magic or the trick, in my opinion, to make a delicious slider that will separate you from everyone else, toasting the slider.
The buns.
Putting
whatever.
Butter on it, getting the inside part nice and crispy.
Yeah. Makes it less chewy.
Yeah.
You don't have this wad of goop in your mouth. You're just like, this is delicious, but I feel like a cow chewing my cud.
Yeah, we do pulled pork, and then we have sliders the next day. And I do too. I do barbecue with either redneck lipstick or Sweet Baby Ray's, or even I'll do Stubbs occasionally.
That's a good one.
And then I'll do red onion with avocado slices on it. Whew.
Okay.
It sounds like bougie, but dude, the avocado and the red onion have this kind of guacamole feel to it.
Yeah.
And it is in the pulled pork. Man.
Sounds good.
Man, a slider is always a winner. Extra points if you do a little chicken patty thing, fried, hot sauce, little dollop of blue cheese on it.
Okay.
So good. Santitas chips, somebody text in. Gibby, how long do you cook these shark bites in the air fryer for? I have a brand new air fryer and shark bites are not on the list.
Wow. Okay. Usually start with about 7 to 10 minutes and go from there. 7 to 10 minutes is pretty basic on everything in an air fryer.
This text, fried mushrooms with sour cream, hot spicy pretzels, chips and salsa, and 2 and 1 are always to have a taco bar and a nacho bar. To me, if you're having a taco bar and a nacho bar, you're just make up your mind. They're the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just putting out shells.
The first shell I'm eating is going to break up into nachos anyway. Taco bar, get out of here.
Yeah, but sounds fancy.
How about this? Come out each quarter. There's no meal, just different snacks in your grade. Like each quarter, there's like, now we're doing nacho bar. Now we're doing sliders. That sounds awesome.
No, you're not watching the game. You're spending all the time in the kitchen.
Well, that's why you got to have a kitchen where you can see the TV, of course.
Or an old lady that doesn't care.
Right. And by the way, if you do that as a host, it ain't about you.
Right.
Let people watch the game or the commercials.
Right.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk PBR.
The Big Mad Morning Show.
Dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana. Day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis. Day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion. Day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies. Day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Tied
What'd
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just couldn't. So fast, I didn't hear you. I
OHD.
didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in the lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness Day Spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness. A
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it. Lotus Blossom.
Corbin.
Day Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is.
You are wrong, my friend.
You
Lotus-
might need to.
Lotus
Okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google.
Lotus.
There's one called Lotus Gold, not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
No, somatic.
close. All right, Indigo Day Spa or Dispensary. Lindsay.
That is a dispensary.
Indigo. Lindsay is a day
Yeah.
spa. So far, and Stone. All right, Lindsay, you are correct on a comeback.
50-50 guess.
Right, of course. All right, Rosebuds Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm gonna go dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Dispensary tied up 4-4. Jade
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a wellness, or that is a day spa.
Corbin. Jade Wellness Center is a dispensary. Still tied 4-4. Deluxe Day Spa or
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, you are incorrect. 3. Nature's Kiss.
I think that's both, actually.
Who knows? This is just the
Yeah,
information that
who
was
cares if it's
given.
accurate?
Yeah. All right, Nature's Kiss, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct, my friend. Corbin just made 5-4. Aqua Viva Oasis, Day
Lindsay.
Spa or Dispensary. Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay is correct. 5. Fig Medical, Day Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. Fig Medical is a day spa.
I was thinking because like sweet,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like sometimes you know it smells like
You're
a fig.
thinking medical.
All right. All right. For a big prize at the end of the
Sure.
at the end of the game here.
Sure.
You are going to love the prize that I have
Leftovers.
chosen for you.
Leftovers.
Right, it's a
Okay.
roach.
Right. You smoke.
It's the crumbs.
Laura Apothecary, Day
Lindsay.
Spa or Dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay is incorrect. The
Yeah, it's a
Laura
spa.
Apothecary is a day spa. Lucky Garden, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin. Lucky Garden, Corbin is a day spa. So far, we got 6 to Corbin and 5 to Lindsay. The Health Center, Day Spa or
Oh,
Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct. You sound like you've been there before.
To me, the name was just so obvious. There's no
Right.
way you're.
Right, the Health Center. Supreme Heights, Day Spa.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8-5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right, the Enchanted Cottage, Day
Corbin.
Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect. That is a day spa.
Why are people calling here asking if we have weed?
Got any specials on announce, man?
It's called Enchanted.
Wildflower, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That is incorrect, Corbin. Wildflower is a day spa. All right, Clover Patch, Tulsa, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Corbin's
Okay.
lead. All right, The Merry Mind, Day Spa or
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Spa.
Lindsay, The Merry Mind is dispensary. All right, The Relax Station, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
That is correct. Corbin is up 9-6. Path to Wellness, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay, Path to Wellness is a
Oh,
day
I'm
spa.
sorry. I thought you said packed.
Oh yeah, was that the
wellness.
problem?
I thought it said packed.
Sure, yes. Let me enunciate a little bit more, shall we? All right, let's see here. Heirloom, Day Spa or Dispensary. Heirloom, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin.
That's a dispensary.
Corbin, Heirloom is a day spa. Lead 9-6. He's okay. Tulsa Garden, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Day
Spa.
spa or dispensary. The Tulsa Garden is a day spa. Good job, Lindsay.
Score.
Looking at 9-7, Corbin's lead. Bella Roma Medical, day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin, Bella Roma Medical is a day spa. Day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Yes, you are correct. 8 neck and neck with a big prize. Stone Age Meds, day. Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. The Stone Age Meds is a dispensary. Uptown Wellness, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it. Yes, all right. Pura, day spa or
Corbin. Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary, puts him with the win 10-8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one. Brook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay. Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10-9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
I tell you, you have won leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
This is
gift.
perfect.
And you're not a horrible cook.
No.
I just think it's just an honor to win, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And,
Corbin,
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And, I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And, it's an honor to be a part of the series and anything I can do to make this hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. This weekend, the PBR is going to be over at the BOK Center. Tickets are available now, BOKcenter.com. Joining us right now is Wyatt Rogers. Hey, Wyatt, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
It's great to talk to you. I'm good. Thank you. We were talking about Super Bowl foods. Do you get to watch the Super Bowl? Are you a football guy at all, or are you too busy doing, being in the rodeo? Sorry, bull riding.
Me and my friends are definitely having a Super Bowl party on Sunday, so excited to watch it. My best friends, they're huge Eagles fans, so of course I'm going to be cheering for the Chiefs.
What's your snacks? What's like your favorite snacks to have at a Super Bowl party?
Pizza and wings. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Right. That's perfect. I think probably wings is the biggest answer there. I was going through your Instagram and I saw where you broke your tibia and fibula when you were riding the bull I'm a Secret. But the bull did not injure you, if I'm not mistaken. It's when you got bucked off. Do you correct people when they're like, hey, man, sorry, I'm a Secret injured you? Is that something you go, it was not the bull?
Well, there was other variables that went into it. The bull kind of left wrong and he fouled me and it bent my leg backwards to begin with. But then what finished breaking it was when I hung it in the ground. So, yeah, it wasn't the bull's fault and it was more mine because I still should have rode him. But lots of variables went into that. But it was unfortunate. Broke it in 4 places, completely tore all my ligaments in my ankle, and it was all the way backwards. It was pretty nasty looking.
Yeah, your foot should not turn that way.
No, for sure.
I, too, broke my tibia and fibula, but it was on the smallest patch of ice in a parking lot at work. Not as badass as you, though.
I guess at least I got a cool story to mine.
There you go.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny as I was watching this video is that when football players get injured, they bring out like a cart, to haul them off. No, man, bull riders, they get up, their buddies grab their arms, and you hobble out of there. What goes through your mind on an injury like that?
I was raised with the motto, if you're not dead and you can walk, you better get up.
I like it.
Do most bull riders have that mentality?
Oh yeah, every bull rider. We don't like laying in the arena, and we want the show to go on. So it's our job to get up and get out of there.
Do you ever have?
Do what?
I was going to ask if you ever had the one that gets bucked off and it's like, and he's just laying there. You're like, get up, you pussy.
I mean, you have at the local rodeos, you'll have some guys enter that just are entering to say they were a bull rider and try to get the local girl. But if you see us at the professional level, we're not that way.
Mm.
Can you describe what it's like to be in the chute and they pull that rope?
That's the most dangerous place there is. I mean, it's all metal steel around you. And, I mean, you're getting on a 2,000-pound animal. They can hurt you in there. So it's a lot safer to get out there and actually in the arena and when they're bucking and trying to buck you off.
How do you prepare for something like that? How do you prepare for each competition? Like you saw football players, you see them wearing headphones and listen to music. How do you mentally prepare for that moment?
It's just been preparing my whole life. It's not anything that I do the day of that is going to prepare me to ride a bull that night. It's just what I was born to do, and it's nothing more than y'all getting up and driving to work in the mornings.
So when you get drawn on a bull, you draw the bull, you're like, I'm riding this one, whatever, like I'm a secret or whatnot. So is there ever one that you draw and you're like, you've heard around the rings before and you're like, ooh, I don't want to mess with that bull. Mm-mm.
Actually, that's kind of funny you ask. Last Sunday when we were in Sacramento, I drew one called the Punisher, and everyone, whenever you see the Punisher next to your name, you're kind of like crap.
What'd you do? Like, how'd you mentally get there?
He, I mean, I got on him and I tried my hardest, but he slammed me up against the chutes pretty hard and did what he does to about everyone else. He punishes them.
How long did you last?
Maybe 3.2 seconds, maybe.
Wow.
Bull riding is easily one of the more fascinating sports out there. And if you've ever seen it on TV and you've never gone, you should. It's an unbelievable experience. The PBR does a great job. It's going to be at the BOK Center this weekend. How old were you when you decided to get on a bull or want to get on a bull? Is it a family thing? Were your parents like, I guess he wants to ride bulls? Tell us how you got into that.
My family grew up in the sport of rodeo. They did more of the roping side of things. But my mom said when I was a baby, I'd sleep through all the roping events and wake up to watch the bull riding. Got on my first sheep at 2 years old, then calves at 4, steers at 8, and then got on my first bull when I was 13. And then I turned professional at 18 and been doing it ever since.
What do you think about these activist groups that want to like stop mutton busting and bull riding and stuff like that, saying that, oh, it's cruel to the animals, you shouldn't do that?
We take better care of the animals than we do ourselves. And I mean, that's part of every story. You got to have your antagonists and your people for it. So I guess it's just part of life. You're going to have people that are trying to bring you down, and we just rise above it and we just go and do our job, and we know what we're about, and that's all that matters.
What's the best moment as a professional bull rider? Is it, just seeing the highlights? Is it the moment you're sitting on this beast and they're pulling the chute? Is it when it's over and you get off safely and everybody's cheering? What is the moment?
I'd say the highlight is when you make that qualified ride and you get off and you hear the fans. Like, there's no feeling like that. And I just get to wake up every day and go do a job that I love doing. And there's no better feeling than that.
Has there ever been a moment where you to never do this again?
No, ma'am. I still crave it to get on another one.
Okay. Has there ever been a moment where you thought, this is it, I'm done. I'm done. This is my final. I'm not doing this again. Maybe an injury has made you think that way?
There's a series of injuries that happen. Like, I would get so close to making it to the PBR tour, the televised tour at the Unleash the Beast. I broke my leg in 2021. I tore my knee up in 2022. So there was kind of a point like where, am I meant to do this? Does God actually want me to do this in my life? It's like I had to really dig deep and see what I wanted and what God wanted me to do. And everything led back to this, and I just wasn't ready then. And it's all in God's timing.
Would you say that rodeo bull ride has been a part of your family since you were born? Is that something you're going to either push your kids to, or maybe even discourage them from?
I believe our kids got to make their own choices, but I mean, it's definitely going to be encouraged in my house, not forced or anything like that. You can't do that. But I mean, hopefully my kids grow up and love it like I do, and I get to see them compete and do what they love, whether that be basketball, football, whatever it might be.
We're talking with Wyatt Rogers. PBR is at the BOK Center this weekend. Get your tickets, BOKcenter.com. You know, when people go on vacation and they kind of do something out of their comfort zone to be extreme, whether it's maybe cliff diving or bungee jumping, what does a bull rider do that's considered dangerous outside of bull riding?
I don't know. I guess getting on an airplane every weekend. But there's a bunch of guys that went in between Sacramento and Tulsa. They went snowboarding in Colorado. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of dangerous if you look at it. But I don't know. We don't really view it as danger. We just view it as living life.
Right. That's why I was curious, like, what do you consider dangerous? What is the thing that you or because you're the bull rider in the room, speaking for bull riders, that is dangerous? What's the thing? And snowboarding, I definitely could be, as someone who doesn't ride bulls, I've stood next to them. I've been around shoots and seen how big the animals are. It ain't for me. It seems crazy. So what's the sport you see people do? You're like, well, that's crazy. Is it seeing fighters and their heads getting bashed in? What's the thing for you?
I don't like skydiving, and I don't even know if that's a sport, but I ain't about to go jump out of a plane. I know that much.
We'll jump on a 2,000-pound animal and ride that bitch for 8 seconds, but jumping out of a plane, no.
Nope, I'm not about it.
What's it mean to you as an Oklahoman and seeing the PBR come through Tulsa? How important is that to you for your state to be exposed to the PBR when it comes to town?
It's great. Man, I grew up going to the Tulsa and BOK PBR when I was a little kid. So watching Ryan Dirt Eater growing up and just being around him and idolizing him, maybe I can inspire that next young Oklahoma bull rider to really chase this as their future. I mean, because it's very possible to have a career out of this nowadays. So just to be in front of your home state, and they cheer louder here than anywhere in the world. So I'm just excited to be back here in Tulsa and ride in front of the home state.
All right, I'm going to give you your chance. You're talking to all those young little bull riders out there. What are you going to say to them to inspire them to keep pushing through? Maybe they're dealing with an injury. Maybe they're having a hard time finding the place to go learn. Like, give me the sell. You cut that promo to us to encourage young bull riders to pursue.
Hey, in life, you're going to face adversities, whether it's injuries or whatever it may be. You just got to keep pushing, and Cowboy Tribe will take over all.
Whew, I love that. Dude, congratulations on all your success, man. We love having somebody local being represented with the PBR, and I appreciate you taking the time.
All right, thank you.
All right, man, see you later. That's Wyatt. Make sure you check out the PBR at the BOK Center this weekend, BOKcenter.com.
Tulsa's morning show.
You're going to have to deal with being boring. There's not going to be any time going out with the boys or going out doing what else, and handle that. Then you need to walk away. You need to realize, well, I effed this one up. I'm just going to go ahead and take my ball and back and play the game another day. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you can do. Just let time pass it on by. That's it.
I'm sorry, I have no gimmick for you that will work. You tell her you want it to work. You made a giant mistake and you're willing to work through it. She doesn't hear that. You got your answer. It's pretty black and white, man.
Yeah.
You have to eat your S sandwich. Go on and date in the future and be asked what happened with your marriage. Honest. You S'd the bed royally. And so either you tell her what you want and hope she appeases you, someone to be with you. The Huffington Post has a list of the rudest things to avoid in one's home, like things you shouldn't do, right?
Okay.
Touching or moving things.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so like I'm guilty of this though. Like if a picture
I'm shocked.
if a picture hang on the wall. I'll
It's-
straighten it
Why?
No.
Why? It's not yours.
Exactly.
Nope.
because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I mean, fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in, like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expect
Oh, yeah.
you don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I
because
love snooping
don't-
around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you more, Susan. They shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right? Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstay.
Right?
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at some?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah,
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you
time to
still
go.
at 6, 8, get out.
Now it's time for the family to wind down
Yeah.
and start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know, I think, depending on which friend it is.
You give the vibe that you.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, that's not an insult. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening, going, "Wait, what are we talking about?"
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip.
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah. If we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right. Or
everything.
don't
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting some.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, "Where's your chow chow so I can put it in the
Mhm.
bowl?" Yeah, some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever,
Yeah.
that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach is adapted to that, but now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No?
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah. I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always, always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like you said, it's like,
Right. I don't have to share with you, though.
but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Walmart gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work. Okay. More from me.
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still,
Mhm.
you got to take something.
Yeah.
Yes. You are either a bank robber or you are riding bulls.
Right. See, I think when it comes to like bull riding, you have to have a tough name like that Chase Outlaw, Ryan Dirt Eater, If you just got
Wyatt.
Wyatt, exactly. You think of Wyatt Earp. Hey, we're here with Frank Smith.
Yeah.
Just doesn't.
We're here with
No.
Sean.
Right. I'd like you to meet Kyle Parker. He's
Kyle Outlaw would work.
Kyle Outlaw, yeah, but
Bill.
Bill. Hey, I'm Bill. I ride bulls.
Yeah, you go with William if you're
Willie.
Yeah, Willie.
There you go.
All right, Lindsay, what did you learn today?
I learned that for the first time. I don't care that I didn't know S about S. And Bill Gates has a new girlfriend. She may not have met his kids yet, but I'm pretty sure she's seen his net worth.
Gimpy, what did you learn today?
I learned that neither one of you know S about S, and that Bigfoot is the Joe Dirt of his family.
I learned that today was no different than any other day. Gimpy just came in with a bunch of S.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned it wasn't the net worth she saw, Lindsay. It was his floppy disk. Corbin saying, make sure that dishwasher is loaded right.
Lindsay, stop tracking my cycle.
This is Gimpy. And I'm sorry.
Far too kind. Yeah. Ready? Let's go. Can I get an encore?
But have
Yeah.
paper plates with leftover pizza rolls on them and hang out for a little bit. And I gotta go. I got it.
If I'm going to
Kids.
judge, I'm judging, like, I'm going to judge the food.
Mm.
So I'm not going to judge, like, hey,
No.
I'm going to judge, oh my God, you served or whatever that is.
Right.
I'm not going to all like, ugh, you didn't clean for my arrival.
Right. Right. Good. You're right. Life happens.
Life
especially
happens.
if you've got small children.
Oh, and you're having a dinner party.
You can expect toys to be all over the place. Difference between, a little clutter, kids don't know how to pick up their toys, and your house looks like Ross, dress for less.
Yeah, I would think if you're hosting a party, you'd want to clean up.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
But that's not necessarily true, especially if you're like, hey, come over tonight, we're having pizza.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay to have your laundry on the couch from like 4 days.
You
No.
should at least pick it up and throw it on your bed.
Yeah.
Right? Give me a place to sit.
Right. Just move the pan.
It's always like I've gone and I person when I went to get in their car and they're like, hold on. And they had to like unload a bunch of stuff from the seat
Mhm.
and the floorboard so I could sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like,